All right, I'm going to run out real quick and talk to my producer, and then we're probably going to run the intro real quick here. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right, we're ready to go live. Oh! A lesser of an athlete would have gone down.
You've been listening to live Snow College Badger sports action on KMTI, the sports leader in South Central Utah. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for Snow College Badger sports on KMTI.
And a good evening, everyone, and welcome to Badger football action on KMTI AM 650 and on Snow Badger TV on YouTube. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you as we bring you the second home game of the season for the Snow College Badgers. They went on the road for the first game of the year down to Trinity Valley and came away with a tough loss. Played really well. They lost their starting quarterback again, Donovan Smith, and really had trouble getting the offense working. But last week, a great bounce back, Greg, against a very good New Mexico Military Institute team.
Absolutely, especially in that second half, Gary. Donovan Smith kind of struggled in that first half last week. Second half really took over, ended up 15 of 36, 211 yards, couple of touchdowns, and most importantly, no interceptions, no turnovers for the Badgers at all last week. Really looked good in the second half.
And I did have an interview with head coach Zach Erickson. We had some technical difficulties being able to get that on, so I'm going to paraphrase some of the information that I was able to get from him. And very interestingly enough, he said, people look at that first half and kind of critical, but Donovan did exactly what we told him to do. We told him, first read, second read, throw it away.
Okay.
First read, second read, throw it away. And that's what he did that whole first half. And then they went into halftime, made the adjustments, which you and I talk about at halftime, how important that is. And when they came back, he said that that they made those adjustments and said, look, they're not getting any pressure on you. Go to that third read. Maybe go to that fourth read, and they were able to find some openings and being able to hit some receivers on that.
Yeah, and that's interesting to know. I would have enjoyed listening to that interview with Coach Erickson because you say first read, second read, throw it away. There was a lot of throw it away in that first half last week.
Right.
And that's what you mentioned. I think he had only completed a couple of passes, but in that second half, a lot better, as we mentioned, and that's when the Badgers were able to pull away with that 2-touchdown victory over the Broncos from New Mexico Military.
So the Badgers at home against St. George Eagles. Kind of an interesting situation here. We'll try to give you some information on how that works, and we'll do that when we come back right after this 2-minute timeout.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style Checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
In the days of the Mountain Men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They are Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Snow College Badgers hosting the Eagles of St. George. Greg, did you do, I think I sent you a link and about this program and so forth?
Yeah, it's kind of, if you've been a Snow fan for at least the last few years, you've seen a lot of these, they call them prep schools. It's where kids can go to college, they'll go online, they can pick really where they go to college. They could take online classes from Snow College. They have to be going to school somewhere, and then they go play football kind of post-high school, but not NJCAA, not NCAA. But these are kids that want to keep playing football. There's been a lot of these teams around the country. This year, some big names in coaching here in the state of Utah. Dave Arslanian up in Ogden started what they call the Ogden Jets, and then you've got this St. George Eagles team that Greg Croshaw has started. I think they're working together really on.
Yeah, they are.
This.
Dave and Paul, his brother Paul Arslanian, are working with Greg Croshaw on this.
Yeah, so these two teams, so kids more from the northern end of the state will probably go to that Ogden team, and the ones from more in the south end, including Sanpete, Sevier County, Beaver counties. A lot of these kids that you've heard their names, if you've paid attention to high school football in this area, will go down and play in St. George. And Greg Croshaw, we talked about it last week on the Snow broadcast, a guy that's got a lot of experience coaching, boy. Gary.
A lot of experience, and he coached here at Snow College. He was coaching with Dave and Paul Arslanian in the late 70s, and then moved from here and went down and got the job down at Dixie College. In fact, there's Coach Croshaw right there out on the field making his way up towards the booth up here. Maybe he's going to be in the booth. That would surprise me. He's more of a sideline guy and get in the ear of the officials once or twice, and or 3 or 4 times.
So he coached Dixie.
He did.
You mentioned that.
For what, over 20 years, I think?
Snow and Dixie.
Oh, yeah.
And you and Bob Tritho used to call those games. Those were some rivalries, folks. I mean BYU, Utah type,
Oh, without a doubt.
Huge rivalries. You had Ricks and you had Dixie and Snow and Dixie and Snow especially.
Oh, huge rivals, and there was no love lost between Coach Croshaw and Snow College. And there was a time right after Dixie lost their program and went to Division I and Croshaw retired that Croshaw actually applied to come up here and coach at Snow College.
Okay.
I don't remember what happened with that. Obviously, he didn't get the job. I don't even know if he interviewed, but Croshaw, I think, is number 2 all-time on the NJCAA list for wins.
Wow.
And I think he's only 4 or 5 games away. It'd be interesting to find out if this game would count for a win for him on that list.
Yeah, yeah.
But interesting program, and like you say, this has been going on for a few years in different places. First year this year for the St. George Eagles.
I think sorry to break in, but that, isn't ASA Miami? Isn't that one of those or some of those?
No, they're a true NJCAA team, and I think most of the students are going to school. They're either going through Southern Utah University online, or I think it's USA College or College USA classes, which is online, and also some of them might be taking Snow College classes as well. We're going to take this opportunity for a timeout. We have the national anthem being played, and we'll be back with more on the pregame show right after this.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday health.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the Connecting Your Life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets!
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
And welcome back once again. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Snow College Badgers at home for their second home game of the season and hosting the Eagles of St. George. Snow College Badgers were able to move up one notch in the polls after last week's win. They are the highest ranked team with a loss, and they are at number 9. So let's take a quick look at the NJCAA polls for this week. Hutchinson still at number 1, Iowa Western at number 2. So strange that Iowa Western started at number 1, they win, and then they flip-flop. It's just strange. Yeah. Northwest Mississippi College, 0-0, they're ranked 3, but they have lost. And they lost big already this afternoon.
Today, okay.
Yeah. So they will probably drop. Kilgore College is at number 4. Iowa Central Community College at number 5. Jones College at 6. Trinity Valley at number 7. East Mississippi Community College at 8. Snow College 9. Garden City, a team that the Badgers will play towards the end of the season, at number 10. Lackawanna College at number 11, a team that the Badgers will play later on this season. Georgia Butler Community College at 12. Georgia Military, a team that the Badgers will play in 3 weeks. Yes, 3 weeks on the road in Milledgeville, Georgia. New Mexico Military at 14, Navarro at 15. Others getting votes, Dodge City, who the Badgers will play in 2 weeks. Monroe College, who the Badgers will play later on this season. Definitely one of the toughest schedules the Badgers have put together in this independent that they've been playing.
The toughest. In my opinion.
And I think it's the toughest of all the NJCAA, quite honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we're playing teams that are ranked in the top 15 of the conference and traveling. I mean, the travel is crazy.
Yeah, other than this game here against St. George, and then you've got that game against Pacific Northwest Christian. pretty much every game is a tough game. Air Force Prep is always tough when you go play Air Force Prep. They're coming here, but in October. But yeah, a great schedule as we've mentioned quite a bit on these broadcasts, Gary.
So very tough situation for the Badgers. Got the captains going out on the field for the coin toss, and we want to remind you that you're listening to the Snow College pregame show. Snow College ranks among the nation's top 10% in student success. Turn on your education and visit snow.edu. And let's take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about the keys for Badger victory today, and we'll have the kickoff right after this.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets!
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was, with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
And a good evening and welcome back as the Snow College Badgers make their way out onto the field, and they're going to take on the St. George Eagles. St. George Eagles trying to taunt the Badgers. Well, we'll see how that goes throughout the evening tonight.
Might want to be careful out there.
Yeah, oh well, you gotta appreciate the confidence.
There you go.
The Snow College Badgers 1-1 in play so far this season. The tough loss at Trinity Valley, where they just did not get the offense going very well in the second half. Nice bounce back against New Mexico Military to come up with that win. And I talked with Coach Zach Erickson, and we talked about the 3 keys. And check box every single one of them. He wanted to be able to run the ball, and they had 3 running backs with almost 100 yards. I mean, they ran the ball really, really well. They dominated that offensive line of scrimmage. Yeah. They didn't want to have any turnovers, and they didn't have not one turnover in the entire game, did they? Or
first time under Zach Erickson to no turnovers.
So that's really impressive, and they didn't want to give up the deep ball. And really, New Mexico Military did not get any really huge plays. Yeah. Maybe 30 yards or so. I guess that's kind of an objective statement. No big plays, but they weren't able to throw like a 50, 60-yard bomb and beat them over the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And New Mexico Military only ran for 33 yards last week. So Snow did great at the line of scrimmage. You talked about those guys running for the Badgers. Hiram Borum, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Austin Bell, 76 yards himself. So those two looked really good. I thought A.J. Tillman looked pretty good as well. Only had 23 yards. That kind of surprised me. It was that low. But
yeah, that surprised me too. I said we had a 100-yard rusher, but I guess we did not.
Just right underneath it. But
what, as a team, we were
192.
192?
Yep.
Okay. So the Badgers will have the ball to start this game.
And I was just going to mention, they do have a common opponent here, St. George.
New Mexico Military,
New Mexico Military. New Mexico Military came away with a big victory in that game, 75-17. And at the 75, you hear that and you think, holy cow. But these prep schools, you kind of see that. What kind of surprised me, a lot of times these prep schools, it's 84-0.
Right.
And they put 17 on them. So obviously they're doing something right on the offensive side of the ball.
They went down the field on their first 2 possessions and came away with field goals.
Yeah.
I did watch a lot of film on this. They do have some talent. They've got some good running backs. They've got a really good wide receiver. At the skill positions, they're really good. And even on the line, if you look over there, they've got a pretty good line. And you'll see them come out on defense and on offense as well. Just not the depth that Snow College has. So the Badgers take it a yard deep in the end zone, out to the 15, the 20, breaking a tackle to the 25, push forward to the 30-yard line, and the Badgers will have the ball, their first possession, at about the 30.
A nice return there for the Badgers. Had a head of steam. Thought he might have had a little bit of a gap, but that closed down quickly. The Eagles did a good job to close that down, but as you mentioned, 30-yard line, decent field position for the Badgers to start here.
Shandon King on the return for the Badgers. And they mark it right at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Thanks for joining us for this football game on Snow Badger TV on YouTube and also on KMTI AM 650. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. 2 running backs, one on either side of Donovan Smith. Looks like Tillman out there. And the handoff went to Spencer Lambert. But that's going to be blown dead. Looks like a false start against the Badgers. So one of the things that Coach Zach Erickson said is we want to play this game without any penalties. That didn't last very long.
That's funny that he said that. Kind of jinxed himself, and then you bring it up.
Oh, I got to bring it up, yeah.
First play. Spencer Lambert, I don't remember him last week.
I don't
remember
either.
him. He didn't record any stats, at least running the ball last week.
A.J. Tillman to the left of Donovan Smith. 2 wideouts, 1 left, 1 right. Handoff goes once again to Lambert. Lambert lowers the shoulder, gets out over the 30-yard line to about the 36. So that's going to be a gain of 11. Nice run by Lambert.
Yeah, a couple of those guys in for the Eagles on that one. Ian Baker, let's see.
Oh, and another penalty.
Oh, geez. 2 in a row.
Holding call against Snow College.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to try and get in some of the names of these kids for the Eagles, especially those local kids that you've heard before. We got some kids from Richfield, Grant Kling and Emery Thorson. If you're a fan of local football here in Sanpete County, you would remember those names from when they played North Sanpete and Manti. A couple of good players for the Wildcats.
Boy, how good is Richfield this year?
Yeah, they've been really good. Took it to Kanab, and Kanab's a good 1A team.
Handoff straight ahead once again for the Badgers, Spencer Lambert. This time he's only able to pick up about 4 yards out to the 20. So the Badgers got a long ways to go here to try to get this back. They've got 3rd down, but correct me if I'm wrong, there's been penalties. This should be 2nd down.
Yeah, it should be second. It shouldn't have been a loss of down on either of those penalties, so this should be 2nd down.
So 2nd down and long.
Yeah, because they accepted the holding. I mean, that's why they're that far back. So
right.
Yeah.
So A.J. Tillman, the lone man in the backfield with Donovan. Donovan Smith crossing route. Ooh. Almost picked off.
Ooh.
Boy, that was close. Great defensive play by Enzo Alt, was it?
I think it's 36, Jonathan
36,
Juniel.
okay.
Juniel. Yeah, he would have had 6.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been taking that into the end zone to start the day. Yeah, so now they've got it 3rd down, which is correct.
Okay, so 3rd and very long here. 3rd and 20 for the Badgers. They're at the 20. They've got to get to the 40. So 3rd and 20. Trip split wide to the left for Donovan Smith. A single wide out to the right. Donovan back to pass, going deep down the right. Got a man there. Pass is caught. That's enough for the 1st down. On the catch is Amir Magruder.
Great pass down the sideline. Magruder, he had double coverage, just ran right past him.
Both of them.
Yeah. And Donovan Smith put that thing right on the money.
So the Badgers pick up, convert on a 3rd and 20, and now they're in Eagle territory. Donovan Smith, long snap count, turns around, hands it to Tillman. Tillman tries to get to the outside, not there. And a good job defensively that time by Nicholas Arnold.
Yeah.
Or a mold. I think it's a mold, isn't it?
I think we're going to say Arnold. I don't know. It looks like Arnold on
Does
mine,
it?
but
Okay.
They're going quick here.
My eyes are not what they used to be.
Yeah, Snow will do this a lot where they go quick and then they'll look back at the offensive coordinator, well, Coach Zach Erickson, and then come up and call the play a few more seconds later.
Low snap. Pass out in the flats is going to be caught by Russell Wilkerson. Wilkerson breaks a tackle, and he's got the first down as he gets to the 25-yard line.
Boy, he broke that tackle with a straight arm. What a beautiful straight arm by Wilkerson that time. A guy they're really high on here in Ephraim. Just the Eagle defender came up, and he a strong straight arm that time.
Io Shatamide King is split wide to the left. High snap, handoff goes to Tillman. Tillman hit in the backfield, and he's going to be wrapped up and go down. He's going to lose 2 yards. So strange. I mean, last week the Badger offensive line was dominating against New Mexico Military, and now they're struggling to find their groove here against the St. George Eagles.
Yeah, kind of surprises me. That Eagle defensive front is looking good. Even on that long pass that Donovan Smith completed, he was hit right as he let go of that. So, good job by the defensive line for the Eagles so far.
2nd down and 12. Smith back to pass, steps up, throws, got a man out in the flats, going up the field just a little bit. Looks like a gain of, about 5 or 6?
Yeah.
It'll be a little more manageable on 3rd down.
Good defense again by the Eagles that time just to be ready for that one, step up. Give Tillman a couple yards on that, but able to make a tackle. Good job by A.J. Tillman to not hear footsteps that time because they were coming.
Yeah.
Good crowd here tonight for the Eagles as well. You don't see those visiting stands that full very often.
Donovan Smith, pass to the big tight end Wood, and Wood spins for the first down. He's going to pick up a gain of about 10, and that'll be the 3rd first down here on this drive that started at the Badgers' 30-yard line.
If you remember Wood last week, Ethan Wood had 1 touchdown at least, right?
He did
didn't have 2, just one.
Just one.
That one in that corner of the end zone down here on the south side. I think the first touchdown of the game. A good big tight end for the Badgers.
1st and 10, just inside the 15. Handoff to Tillman, and Tillman slips in the backfield and loses a yard.
Yeah, it's been raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, the field's a little bit wet. Obviously not as wet as if it was a grass field. It runs off a little bit better when it's the turf like this, but still. Got up and caught Tillman as he was trying to cut back into the inside.
Badgers go with 2 tight ends. Handoff to Tillman, finds a hole on that right side, and picks up about 6 yards, it looks like.
Yeah,
maybe 7.
Good play there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and short down to the 9-yard line. About a 6 yard gain, bring up 3rd and 5. Tillman did a good job just to plant the foot that time. You could tell he put that foot in the ground. He wasn't going to let it slip that time.
Samson Peaua is split on the left side now as the left side tight end. On the right side is Wood.
Yeah, heavy set for the Badgers here.
Single setback is Tillman. Play action. Donovan rolls to the right, throws into the end zone. Got a man there. It was Wood, and a great defensive play that time by Maximus Fonoti Makui.
There you go. They list him as a quarterback, so either we've got the wrong name, or because there's not 2 15s on the roster. He's a kid out of Northridge, if that's the right name. Did a great play because Ethan Wood kind of had a step on him.
He did,
and Donovan put it where he needed to, but the defender was able to just jump in there, dive in there, and just knock it away.
So the Badgers going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and about 6 from the 10, and they moved.
Yeah, I think that's one of those where it's the center, because everyone moved except the ball, except the center.
I love that when they announce that.
Yeah.
False start on everyone but the center.
Yep.
When it's really the center.
Yeah, it's his fault. Yeah, because even the quarterback, Donovan Smith, was backing up for that. The receivers were starting to go, and so just a incorrect snap there. Now, you did have a little bit of kicking issues last week,
right?
For the Badgers, missed an extra point. Was that it? Did they try a field goal? I can't remember if they tried a field goal, but they're not going to try a field goal here. They're inside the red zone. They're going to try it on 4th and 11.
Tillman to the right side of Donovan Smith. 2 wideouts left, 1 wideout right. Wood, tight end on the right side of the formation. Donovan has a lot of time. Now throws it to the back of the end zone. Too high, intended for Io Shatamide King, and the Badgers turn it over on downs.
Eagles got stout there. Good job by the St. George Eagles to turn that ball over and get their first possession here.
So they will take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Good job by the Eagles to be able to hold the Badgers out of the end zone and hold them without any points. Now, as I mentioned last week, St. George went down the field on their first 2 possessions. They were held to field goals, but they did score on their first 2 possessions.
Yeah.
9 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And the Eagles go with 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, a single man in the backfield. Now the slot man stands up and moves in a little bit. That's Emery Thorson. And they move the tight end from the left side to the right side. Quarterback keeps it. He's got some room to run. Turns it upfield. Hit from behind, but gets a good gain out to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6.
Trying to get that number. Looks like number 11's the quarterback, Willie Hamilton, a kid out of Bingham High School. Good football there. You mentioned Emery Thorson from Richfield. We've called his name a couple of times. He's starting out there at that slot receiver. He played a lot of running back and quarterback in high school. Did a lot of good things for the Wildcats last year from Richfield.
So Willie Hamilton again takes it. He's going to run with it again. Finds an opening again. Picks up about 2 yards before he's taken down. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looked like maybe it would be bottled up in the backfield. If he would have handed that off, it would have been bottled up in the backfield. So a good read by Hamilton to keep that along the left side, get a couple of yards there, bring up 3rd and very short.
And they're just going to go with a heavy and push quarterback sneak right up the middle, and they do get the first down.
Not what I thought would have happened there, going on a quarterback sneak against that big defensive line of the Snow College Badgers. That's a gutsy play call on 3rd and 2. By a prep school, by a team that doesn't have as big of linemen as Snow. But I guess if you look out there, their size is there.
Well, I don't know if they have it. Dixon Jones, 6'1", 305.
Yeah, that's as big.
Size.
That's NFL size, yeah.
Pass out in the flats, breaking a tackle, getting pushed out of bounds. That pass was actually should have been stopped for a negative yard gain, but a nice move out there by, I think it was
Thorson.
Oh, was it Thorson?
Yeah, number 2. Yeah, Emery Thorson.
All right, Emery Thorson on the reception. And that picks up 2, but it's a lot better than the loss of 2 that it could have been.
Yeah, he made about 5 yards happen there, 4 or 5 yards just with his own legs.
So Hamilton, long snap count, hands it off straight ahead. The Badgers just swallow that right up.
Yeah,
that's going to be Tyson Chisholm in the backfield. He's going to lose 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
So Tyson Chisholm, he's another kid, a local kid. He's from South Sevier High School, graduated a few years back, actually committed to Air Force Academy out of high school. Went out there and changed his mind, and now playing for St. George Prep. I didn't know that till you said that name. So, yeah. He was a stud in 2A football, I'll tell you that. To be recruited by Air Force Academy, he's
huge.
A good player.
Yeah. Hamilton hit as he throws. It's a duck, and it's going to fall short, incomplete.
Yeah, just brought that middle blitz for the Badgers right up the middle, untouched, and just laid out the quarterback. There was that 36 coming through there, Caden Miller. Yeah, for Snow College, Caden Miller, 6'2", 215. Redshirt freshman out of Washington, Spokane, Washington, and big hit. Forced Hamilton to throw it, to throw a duck, really, because he was hit as he was letting it go.
Yeah, he wasn't able to step up and get anything into that. Badgers back deep to receive is Spencer Lambert, who did return punts all last week, and now he's getting some time in the backfield at running back. A lot of pressure.
Great kick.
Great kick. You're right. Lambert all the way back to the 23-yard line. Lambert trying to get to the sidelines. Lambert lowers the shoulder. And flag comes in. I thought they got the face mask on that, but where that flag came in, that's not going to be a face mask call.
Yeah, whatever it was, if they're marking that two officials saw something and whatever that was clear out of the play.
Oh, yeah.
It made no difference. Close. So either of these coaching staffs are going to be a little bit upset at whatever this is because it didn't have any effect on the play.
And it's going to be a personal foul.
Helmet to helmet hit.
Helmet to helmet?
Yeah, must have been behind the play blocking there for the Badgers.
Wow.
I was impressed with Lambert how he went back and caught that. Yeah, a lot of times when you get a really good punt, it'll drive the punt returner so far back that he has to collect it and then get started running. He was able to get back, catch that, and take off quick, 0 to 60, really quick, if you will.
Right. So instead of having the ball at the 35-yard line, the Badgers will start at their own 20 with their second possession here of the first quarter. 6:41 remaining in the first quarter. No score as of yet. The Badgers have rushed the ball 5 times for 5 yards.
Yeah. Snow, I think you're going to see Zach Erickson want to establish the run here. That would be my opinion against a team that you should be able to run the ball against.
Shotgun formation for Donovan. And there's the handoff. Cutting back to the right and picking up pretty good yards is Boren. Yeah. Hiram Boren.
Yeah, if you remember last week, Hiram Boren came in. He's a running back. He played a lot of running back. We said he had almost 100 yards rushing, just under 100 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. He also ran some out of a wildcat formation where he took the snap directly and would just run. So we'll see if Snow does any of that today.
In fact, that's how he scored the touchdown as the Badgers were running the clock out, and he ran that wildcat and took it about 30 yards for the score. Play action, Donovan, pass hit up in the air at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete.
He could have went and caught that himself and ran it, but I think he kind of saw a couple of the Eagle defenders right there and decided against that. But yeah, it's better to just let it fall incomplete. But Steve Young had a play like that years ago where he threw a pass, it bounced off a defender, he caught it and took it into the end zone.
Wow.
Threw his own touchdown pass.
Second down. And I think we're going to have movement on the Badgers. An Eagle jumped into the neutral zone, and then the center moved.
But was he drawn? That's always the question.
That is the question. I thought the Eagle moved first, but we'll wait and see.
You're also the voice of the Badgers.
Yes, and there's a reason I'm the voice of the Badgers.
You were right.
There are bigger homers than I am, though.
No, for sure.
You've got to admit that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In
absolutely.
fact, I've probably
I don't think you're that at all.
I think I've received more flack for not being a homer.
A bigger homer, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I could believe that. No, I think you're pretty impartial, Gare. Absolutely. And you called it right there.
Except when I call color with you on a Manti game, and then I get pretty worked up. You have to tell me to calm down, calm down. Donovan Smith under some pressure, breaks away, throws it away. And he had a man wide open downfield, Jared Wilson, but he was under so much pressure and he was focused over here on Ayo Shaddamai King that just did not see.
Yeah, that pass right there goes for in the stat book for no yards. Obviously, just throw it away, an incomplete pass. That saved 7 yards for the Badgers right there because Smith was about to be blown up and just threw that away. Luckily, had a receiver in the vicinity, so no penalty.
Big third down here for the Badgers from their own 36-yard line. Man in motion, handoff on the jet sweep, trying to get that right-hand corner, not much there. And dives forward to the 40-yard line. And I tell you, the defense by this St. George Eagle team is playing really well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the winners so far in this game, in my opinion. Giving up no points to the Badgers so far. Now, they've got a 1 on the – I think that's got to be a 4 over there on the box. But
they're trying to fix it. There we go.
Coach Croshaw, and I don't know this. This is a little before my time of being attending Snow College or whatever. Defensive coach, or is he more of an offensive
He's more of a defensive coach.
Okay, all right. I know they were known for their running backs down there. You had Corey Dillon, guy that won Super Bowls in the NFL down at Dixie. So I just didn't know if that was him or if he was more of a defensive guy.
No, he's definitely defense. Nice punt by the Badgers, a high spiral, and it's going to take a super Snow College bounce, and it's going to come to rest at the 20-yard line. So the first punt by the Badgers, and the offense unable to get anything going against this St. George Eagle team.
I've heard a lot of complaints lately from college football fans, the way the clock's working and how long games are taken, especially when you got a bunch of media timeouts. We're 10 minutes into this one, and we haven't had a timeout or a score, so there's been no commercials or anything. 10 minutes into this, Gary.
Wouldn't you
this one's going quick is my point.
Yeah, it is. Well, I did the North Sevier Grand game last night, and the first half went so fast, and like it usually happens, second half not so fast.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, just inside the 20 for the Eagles. Hamilton, play action, and he's in trouble, but he hasn't gone down. Now he finds an opening, and now he gets drilled.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought he was going to get loose, and then Trey Swanigan just lowered the boom on him.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. If you're the Eagles, I think anything that you're going to do is going to be quick. You've got to get it to the edge, get a one-on-one matchup that you can hope to win, because I think anything up the middle, by those middle linebackers, by those defensive tackles, are probably not going to work today for St. George.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun formation. Hamilton under some pressure again. Hamilton breaks a tackle, but he's taken down at the 10-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 9.
Yeah. Badgers brought that outside linebacker blitz, and that didn't get to the quarterback, but it brought an offensive lineman out to watch. It was number 39 coming out there for the Badgers. DeQueen, no, not DeQueen. Yeah, it might have been DeQueen coming from that left side. But it opened up the middle to where a bunch of Badgers could just rally to the ball and drop Hamilton back for a big loss.
Got to credit the defensive backs to have good coverage and give time for the blitz to get there. We've got a substitution at quarterback now. Pass is going deep down the sidelines, and it's going to be picked off. So a substitution at quarterback. I didn't see who came in.
I think it was Emery Thorson.
Okay.
Yeah, number 2.
And his first pass is an interception.
I was trying to get the number on that for the Badgers. Is it number 6 down there? And I don't have a 6 on our roster. Do you have that?
I don't have a 6 either.
Yeah, I hear Nordfeldt and some of these guys in the next booth over, they're saying they want to give credit to who it is over the PA system, but they don't have it either. So,
well, if they don't have it, we don't have it. We will work on it.
Yeah, we'll try and get that from Drayson Ball, the SID here at Snow.
At the Eagle 40-yard line, Badgers have the ball. Hand off to Boren, is it, in the backfield?
Nope. Austin Bell. No, I think that was Spencer Lambert again.
Okay, so Lambert back in at running back.
I wonder if
Boren is in there right now, but it was.
I wonder if Austin Bell is hurt, or is that him out there at 20?
I don't
check
think he's
when
out
they
there.
start running here. Yeah.
You've got Lambert and Boren in the backfield. Pass down the middle. Io Shotamide King makes the catch, still on his feet, trying to get to the end zone. He's down to the 2-yard line.
He reached for it, didn't he?
Oh, he tried. He tried very hard to get in the end zone. And he knew he was close.
Yeah. Another good pass there by Donovan Smith, right on the money. And you like that name, don't you? Io Shotamide King. It's fun. It's a fun name to say.
It is a fun name to say.
And he does a lot of good things, so you'll hear his name a lot. Kind of taking the Elijah Irvin, Marquise Montgomery position from last year, those two Snow Badgers that have moved on to play at 4-year schools.
1st and goal for the Badgers. Tillman in the backfield. He gets the pitch. He's got the right corner if he can get there, and he does. A.J. Tillman, a 3-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, just good blocking out there. Really the best run of the night. It only had to go a couple of yards. But good blocking out on the right side for the Snow offensive line. Gets A.J. Tillman able to walk into that end zone for the first score tonight.
So A.J. Tillman, we crediting him with 2 or 3 yards on that?
2.
2?
Yes.
And the extra point coming up here. Casey Kiesler to do the kicking duties. And the kick is a low line drive kick, but it finds its way through. And the Badgers lead it by a score of 7-6. As we check the Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union is your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant. My favorite branch is the Ephraim branch, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College. And getting into the MACU end zone is A.J. Tillman from 2 yards out. The extra point is good. Badgers lead at 7-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. Oh, hold on. We're still out there. We had penalties. Okay, they're going to decline that. Okay, yep. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style Checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the
to kick off. Badgers lead it by a score of 7-0 after the A.J. Tillman 2-yard run, and the Kiesler point after was good. The Badgers are kicking off from the 35-yard line. There was a penalty, but the Badgers declined it. So here comes the kickoff. End-over-end kick is going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. To the 10, the 15, the 20. Breaking a tackle, 25, and out to near the 30-yard line. Nice return by the St. George Eagles.
Kamakana Tisalona Perez. How about that one?
Say that again.
Yep, number 0.
Kamakana
Tisalona
Perez. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
From Honolulu.
Yeah.
Farmington High School.
You can tell he's got some wheels. Fast kid out there. He was not afraid. Sometimes, man, on these kick returns, the violence of the hits.
Oh.
And to see those guys that'll take it and just full head of steam and lower it into that mass of humanity of bodies, those Badgers want to take your head off. Yeah, good return there.
Just 3 down linemen for the Badgers now. And a little bit of a shift. Rolling out to the right to buy himself some time. Now a throw over the head of the intended receiver. And again, that's Emery Thorson at quarterback now. Yes. Hamilton said he's had enough, or maybe he got injured. He did take a couple of big hits.
Yeah. I've tried to look over on the sideline for Hamilton to see if he's hurt. Emery Thorson, his dad is the coach down at Richfield. Eric Thorson, and for the Richfield Wildcats, left for a few years to Idaho, came back, and the coach back at Richfield again this year.
And I would guess he probably made the trip up here, and
he's not listening. That's right.
2nd down and 10. Thorson at quarterback, single man in the backfield. He's got trips to the right and a single wide out to the left. Moving from his right to the left is Tyson Chisholm. So Chisholm in the backfield behind Thorson. Badgers come with the blitz. Thorson runs away from it. Pitch to Chisholm. Chisholm down the sideline, stays on his feet, and he's going to pick up good yardage as he gets close to that 1st down.
Badgers were close to taking that pitch the other way. I mean, they were tight on Emery Thorson there, but a good pitch out to Tyson Chisholm to get some yards. They marked him way shorter than we thought. He must have stepped out of bounds before we could see it from our vantage.
Yeah, I thought he was way upfield, but a gain of 4? 3rd and 6.
Wildcat and a Ram. We talked about rivalries earlier. That's a big rivalry down in the Sevier County, but playing together there.
And Thorson turns around and talks to Chisholm. Moves Chisholm up to the line, now sends him in motion. Back to passes Thorson, throws on the out, knocked down. Good defensive effort out there by Alex Clark.
Yeah, Alex Clark out of Atlanta, Georgia. Or let's see, did I have that right? Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia, came all the way up to Snow College to play. Good play there, redshirt freshman, 5'11", 185 corner.
And he'll be getting back close to home in 3 weeks.
That's right, yeah.
We'll be playing at Georgia Military. Probably fly into Atlanta, I think. We'll have to wait and see on that. Badgers have a bye week next week, and then on the road to Dodge, Kansas, and then Georgia Military before the Badgers come back home again.
What city is Georgia Military in?
Milledgeville.
Milledgeville, that's right.
Ooh. Badgers got the block on the kick. It's up in the air. It's kicked, picked up. Touchdown, Snow College.
Wow.
Who got it?
I'm trying to see if it's number 88 for the Badgers. That would be Shandon King. He's a receiver.
I don't think he's the one that blocked it.
No.
But he is the one that comes up with it. Yeah. You're right.
Nice little, it kind of just kicks around back there. The ball is dead in the backfield unless Snow touches it, and they decide to pick it up and take it into the end zone. Why not? Good special teams play for the Badgers. There was about 3 Badgers back there to block that kick.
So Shandon King returns it. We'll check the stats coming up from Drayson Ball, the sports information director, to see how many yards they credit him with that. The extra point is up and good by Kiesler. And we'll take this opportunity for another timeout as the Badgers get in the MACU end zone. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card from Mountain America Credit Union, available now at the Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com. This will be a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. we're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. The Badgers have gone up 14-0 now as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. UHCU for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. This kick is going to go into the end zone, and it will be a touchback, so the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And I mentioned, Gary, before we went to break there, and then we talked during the break, I mentioned that it's a dead ball. It's only dead if that kick goes past the line of scrimmage, and Snow, in this case, as the returning team, doesn't touch it. If they don't touch it, it's just dead. But in the backfield, St. George could pick that up and run. So it's a good job by Snow just to fall on that or to pick it up and run it into the end zone like Shandon King did, his first touchdown of the year. Shandon, what is he? We said he's a wide receiver, big, tall, 6'2", 180, and he's just a freshman. Kid out of Houston, Texas.
1st and 10. Thorson flushed out of the pocket. In trouble, breaks a tackle, turns it upfield. He's got good yardage, finally steps out of bounds near the first down marker. And I think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he's a kid that can make things happen with his legs. If it breaks down, like I said, he played some quarterback, some running back last year for Richfield in high school. So he's a kid that can make things happen with his legs.
And he did. He picks up the second first down for the Eagles. That moves the chains at the 35-yard line. That's kind of fun to see a couple of local kids in the backfield here. Thorson and Chisholm.
Yep.
There we go. Chisholm now goes in motion from right to left. Pass is out on the flats, and it's going to be taken by Kane Metz-Terrell.
Those are the type of plays that if I'm St. George that I want to run. I want to get those quick passes out to the outside. I mean, it only went for about 3 yards, but if you make one man miss, you might be able to get 5 or 6 on first down.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Snow College Badgers lead it by a score of 14-0. We'll take this opportunity for Central Valley Medical Center timeout. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee? Check out the new ROSA knee robotic technology at CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my
Nice to not have media timeouts.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any
I predict we'll be home.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
In the days of the Mountain Men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Thorson on a quarterback draw. He gets into Badger territory. They strip him of the ball, and it looks like the Badgers might have come up with it. A great run by Thorson. Just a quarterback draw. He had a huge hole right up the middle, but somebody came from behind and stripped him.
It was almost like they were holding him up as they were trying to strip that ball, and they were able to do it. What are they saying? Number 35 for the Badgers was able to come down with that. Cameron Mamalis? I got that name right?
I think you do.
All right.
From South Jordan, played at Bingham High School.
Yeah, another kid from Bingham High School. Quite a few of those. Bingham's had a long history of good high school football up there in South Jordan, and that was a nice play by
Pretty good
Cameron.
basketball, too, going all the way back into the 70s.
Oh, all right. Against the American Fork Cavemen,
Yes,
Gary?
yes, yes.
All right.
1st and 10. Donovan Smith back to pass. Has a lot of time. Goes over the middle. Got Ethan Wood, and just off the fingertips, incomplete. Boy, that was close.
Yeah, that would have been, well, maybe not 6. It would have been a big gain.
It would have been a big
Might have
gain.
had that corner coming trying to take down the 230-pound Ethan Wood rumbling down the field. Yeah, Donovan Smith just a little bit too much air under that one. A little bit too far. Or I guess not enough air. A little bit too far. Leading him a little bit too far, though.
Wood now comes in the slot to the right. 2nd down and 10. Eagles showing blitz. Now they back off. A.J. Tillman in the backfield to the left of Donovan. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Donovan, quick pass to the man out in the flats on the left side. And picking up about 7-8 yards. And they try to strip the ball away from, what was that, Wilson on the catch?
Yeah, I think that was Jared Wilson out there.
Yeah.
Had a good second half last week against, did Jared Wilson against New Mexico Military. Quite a few catches last week.
Brings up a 3rd and a long 3 here. Badgers have to get to the 45-yard line. Handoff to Tillman. Not much there. Tillman gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. I don't know if the Badgers are trying to catch him off guard with that running play.
Yeah.
But 3rd and 3, and they don't pick up anything.
Yeah, not that great on the running game. Up the middle, St. George Eagles, they're doing a great job to bottle up that running game of the Badgers as they try and take it up the middle. And is Snow going to go for it here?
They are. 4th and 3 from the 42. They've got to get to the 45. Handoff is not going to make it as they give it to Boren. Boren's going to come up short. Over on downs for the 2nd time for Snow College.
Wow. Yeah, 2nd time going for it on 4th down. First time it was down inside the red zone. You can see why they would do that, but this time inside Badger territory where the Eagles are going to take over with great field position. Snow ran the ball better last week against New Mexico Military than they are so far against St. George. That surprises me.
I agree. I need to focus maybe a little bit more on seeing what St. George is doing on that defensive line. They don't look like they're not as big as the offensive line.
Yeah, that offensive line's got some girth.
Yeah. So a good field position here for the Eagles, taking over at the Badger 43-yard line. Is that still?
Yep, Emery Thorson still
Thorson
in there.
back in there.
With Chisholm to his left.
Thorson works his way up to the line, now backs off, and they let the play clock run out. That's going to be a delay of game.
Yeah, and that's a tough one if you're an offensive coordinator. That frustrates you coming out of a change of possession like that. You should kind of be ready, run in, make something happen. And you see Thorson running off to the sidelines with his hands up, wondering. So I wonder if the play call didn't get in there quick enough, or they were lined up like it did. But
right.
Puts them behind the sticks a little bit, closer to midfield here with 1st and 15.
2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for Thorson. Thorson rolls out to the right, buys some time, throws downfield, got a man out there. Pass is going to be a caught for a gain of almost 10.
Yeah, that's right on the numbers by Emery Thorson that time. 84, Bailey Davenport, sophomore out of Houston, Texas for St. George Eagles. But a good pass by Emery Thorson, right on the numbers.
Tyler Buckway, I don't know if we mentioned him. He's 6'3", 295 in the center of that offensive line for the Eagles.
Yeah, about a 10-yard gain on that play.
Chisholm in motion to the right. Now Thorson looks to the sideline, and Chisholm comes back into the backfield. Play clock is down to 7. Thorson back to pass, throws the crossing route, in and out of the hands. A flag comes in. Pass interference is going to be called on the Badgers.
Yeah, that's going to give a 1st down to the Eagles. They were behind the sticks a little bit there after 1st down with that 5-yard penalty, but doing good things to get back ahead of the sticks and pick up a 1st down. Yep, pass interference.
Yep. So are they going to mark that at the spot where it was short of the 15 yards? Yep. That is, but a 1st down at the 31-yard line. We talked about some of the changes in high school penalties and so forth. I think that's been a good move.
Yeah, with the holding calls.
Yeah. Thorson under some pressure, steps up, throws it the last second, and incomplete. Knocked away. Good defensive effort out there by the Badgers. I'm trying to see who that is. Their uniforms get bunched up sometimes, and I really have a hard time seeing it.
It's hard to see from the front. You almost want to tell them, hey, guys, turn around and let us get you the credit you deserve out there.
I'm going to say that's Tiloy Nawahine.
I'll let you say that.
And that's who they put up on the board, so
there you go.
I like that.
Nawahine. All right. Emery Thorson, you can tell the kid's got for St. George, he's I mean, that's just a little backyard play right there. He's just a jump pass trying to get it down the field.
Badgers try to rip the ball loose, and it looks like they did, but are they going to call him down? Nope. They're going to give it to the Badgers on the fumble. That's back-to-back possessions by St. George that have resulted in a fumble. That time they just ripped it away from Chisholm.
The Brooks Esplin out there, the safety from St. George, had an interception last game. He was in on that. I'm not sure if he was the one that ripped it out, but he was right near it. So a kid out of Snow Canyon High School, again, had that interception last week against New Mexico Military in a crucial situation. That was a good pick last week, and in on that one as well.
Chisholm shaken up. He's still out on the field. So we're going to take this opportunity for a timeout. This is going to be another Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Snow College Badgers with the ball after the fumble turnover. Donovan Smith back to pass, goes over the middle, got Ethan Wood wide open in the middle of the field, breaks a tackle and carries 4 St. George Eagles all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Ethan Wood using that size that he has, 6'5", 255. We mentioned it last week. Kid, he runs clean routes. He's a good blocker. He looks like a Division I tight end, at least his size.
I agree.
And the way he catches the ball.
Yep. Smith back to pass, going to the corner of the end zone. Got a man out there. Pass is caught. Is it in? Touchdown, Snow College. Badgers 2 plays. Amir Magruder takes it in from 34 yards out.
Took a minute for that official to put his hands up in the air. You had Magruder look back and ask for it. He put his hands in the air. Come on, give me it. And they did. Great pass from Donovan Smith, right on the numbers for Magruder. Another good play there. Second nice long catch by Magruder today.
Point after coming up by Kiesler. Casey Kiesler out of Lehigh. Played at Sky Ridge High School. Snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up. The kick is off the Bergeson Athletic Center, and it is good. Badgers lead it by a score of 21-0 as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Be sure and check with Utah Heritage Credit Union. And getting into that Mountain America Credit Union end zone is Magruder on the 34-yard pass from Donovan Smith. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
By St. George, a little slow on the return, picking his way, and he comes up out to the 15. There's a fumble, and what's going to happen here? Did the Badgers come up with it again?
I don't know. Big hit down there by Elijah Wilson. Yeah, I mentioned earlier how those kick returners, they get going 0 to 60 really quick. That one didn't happen that time, and if you don't get down the field, man, those headhunters from the Badgers are just gonna lay you out, and Elijah Wood did that this time.
Well, they're going to say not a fumble turnover. He must have been down before the ball came loose. And it looks like the Eagles will start at their own 16-yard line, so deep in their own territory here. And is it Thorson again? It is Thorson at quarterback, but a new running back in there for the Eagles. Low snap. There's a lateral to that new running back, and unable to get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
Another kid out of Bingham High School there on that run, Saya Lomu, number 28. He's a freshman, 6 foot 205 out of Bingham High School. Drops him for what, about 4 or 5 yard loss there?
Yeah, I think 4 yards exactly. As it moves back to the 12-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 14. Did you said who the new running back was?
Yeah, number 28 there, Saya Lomu.
Okay. And he's going to be deep in the backfield behind Thorson. Thorson now moves him in motion. Thorson's going to keep it himself on a little quarterback draw, and he's going to pick up pretty good yardage. A nice gain out to the 22-yard line. So Thorson on that quarterback draw, good gain.
That time covered up the ball really well. Last time he had that big 27-yard gain on a run right up the middle, he fumbled. Yeah.
Boy, I'm not sure what St. George was thinking on that as they just go quickly on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they went quickly, and they did that little under center quarterback sneak that I was surprised that they were able to do earlier and make it work. That time it was exactly what I thought would have happened, going up against that Snow defensive line on with 4 yards to go on a QB sneak.
Yeah,
not happening.
Well, fool me once and they got the first down, but
that last time it was only about 1.5 yards. This time 4 yards on a QB sneak. Ooh, that Snow Badger defensive line is way too stout for that.
So a punting situation here for the St. George Eagles on 4th and 4. Badgers have 10 men on the line. They're coming with everybody again.
Boy, that's no kidding.
And it's going to be a fake, and it's going to be a catch, and that's going to be enough for the first down. So St. George pulls out the trick with the Badgers coming with everybody on the line of scrimmage, and they just slipped a man out of the backfield there, and it's going to be Anthony Vale who makes the catch and picks up the first down.
Yeah, you called it, Gary. You said 10 guys, ears pinned back. They're going to block this kick for the second time. St. George recognized that, tossed it over the top. Is there a flag? Oh,
yeah, somebody left early on that line of scrimmage. They moved downfield early.
Was it illegal man downfield?
Illegal man downfield.
Oh, boy.
Illegal man downfield.
You hate that if you're at St. George. I mean,
you just picked up a huge first down.
Yeah.
You got out of deep in your own territory, and you turned it all away. And I don't think you try it again. Not here.
If they do, Gary, that would be a gutsy call.
That would be very gutsy.
Yeah. Let's see if Snow still comes, ears pinned back, trying to block this kick again, and down around the shadow of their own, the Eagles' own end zone. I wouldn't blame them, and it looks like they're lining up that way. We'll see if they back out.
They've got all 10 up there again.
Yeah. Let's see if somebody runs with number 48 coming out of the backfield this time. And that time they were much more safe.
Yep, they did not even bring a rush. The kick is going to take a great St. George bounce, but picked up by Lambert. Lambert breaks a tackle. Lambert still on his feet. Lambert has the 30, the 25, the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 10. No, into the end zone, but a flag on the play.
Yeah, we'll have to check what that flag is. I don't know if that's just the helmet coming off and that kid for St. George still playing. After your helmet comes off, you can't go and keep playing. So I don't know if that's what that was or what. But, man, there was some blocks right after that ball was kicked. You saw about 3 Badgers just line up against the Eagles and drive them into the ground.
Well, we'll wait and see what the flag is here. Taking it into the end zone was Spencer Lambert, but we'll wait and see if it's going to hold up or not. The flag is sitting at the 16-yard line, but they're pointing back against the Badgers. Oh, there's another flag back in the middle of the field, too. So
helmet to helmet against the bet.
So they're going to take the holding call because it's further upfield, I guess.
Oh, so that was declined. I see. Yeah, there's another flag out here in the middle of the
Yeah.
field. I see what's okay. Yeah.
So they declined the helmet to helmet, and they take the holding call, which was at the 32. So the Badgers are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own, at the 41-yard line of St. George.
So I talked about some of those blocks driving those Eagles into the ground. Obviously, maybe a little too good of a block. At least one.
Yeah, at least one that they got caught with.
Yeah.
So the Badgers start at the Eagle 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Badgers lead it as we check the scoreboard, 21-0. That's the Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. And I got a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
What made you switch from the scoreboard, from the timeout to the scoreboard?
I'll be very honest with you. Didn't know we did until you're doing this. I just told Doug to put us on whatever. So.
Okay. I noticed it the very first week. Donovan Smith throws underneath, in and out of the hands of A.J. Tillman, incomplete.
Do we have to explain that?
No.
Do we have to explain that
no.
I work at Utah Heritage Credit Union, and that's obviously a sponsor, and Mr. Doug Barton from the radio station is the one who calls and sells those sponsorships? Okay, there you go. In case anybody didn't know that.
And now,
you need a mortgage, give me a call, folks.
Yeah, and now you notice when I say that my favorite branch is the Ephraim branch, that's the Greg Sterner branch.
We've given it away. Everybody thought this was my full-time job, is just being a commentator for the Badgers.
Badgers drop the ball in the backfield. Boren picks it up. He's going to lose yardage all the way back into their own territory at the 49-yard line.
Good play by Riker Beck for St. George, kid out of Bonneville High School in Idaho Falls, to be able to get Boren by the shoestrings, by the ankles there. Otherwise, Boren may have had some room around the left side.
Well, you have a 21-point lead here in the second quarter, and you wonder, you start to relax a little bit. It almost looks that way.
I'll answer that after this play call.
Donovan Smith, deep over the middle, wide open as Wood, and he can't hold on to it. He might have heard footsteps. The safety came up and put a big lick on Ethan Wood, but Ethan would have had the first down, and the Badgers are going to be forced to punt.
Kind of a big lick right on that knee. That's what you were worried about when Ethan Wood crumpled down to the ground like that. But my answer to you would be Snow has played these prep teams these last couple of years, and I know that because I've came and called the games with you, and we've seen a lot of 85-0 games. So I wouldn't say that is considered letting up.
No, but I'm not talking about in the past. Right. I'm talking about today.
I would say no. Okay. I would say absolutely Zach Erickson will not let that happen because they never have in the past against these type of teams.
What a beautiful punt.
Yeah.
A beautiful, beautiful punt by Casey Kiesler. And it hits at about the 10-yard line, takes a right-hand turn, and goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely. There's maybe we call that a pitching wedge occasionally, a nice little sand wedge. Yep. Snow College has an alumni golf tournament that I'll be going up to Tuesday. I think is it River Oaks? I can't remember exactly which golf course it's at, but anyway,
I didn't know you were a golfer.
Go. I'm not a good one, Gary, at all. We've been to a driving range one time together, me and you, so you probably don't remember that. But
I don't. You're going to have to remind me about this. Oh, yes. In and out of the hands. The Badgers almost come up with an interception, but Thorson incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now that you do mention it, I remember that. I think there were 3 of us.
That's right.
And I think we were kind of bullied into it. Or you might have been bullied into it.
I like golfing. I'm just not good, Gary. I enjoy it.
Back then I loved golf, but 2 shoulder surgeries and a knee surgery later, I'm not the golfer I thought I once was. 2nd down and 10. Single man in the backfield for Thorson. Thorson has room to run again. Thorson turns it upfield and picks up about 6 yards. And a nice carry out to the 17-yard line. Boy, Badgers are going to have to really concentrate on keeping Thorson in that pocket.
Absolutely, he's a good scrambler. He gets out of the pocket and can create things with his legs. Number 40, Demarion Holloway for the Badgers, linebacker out of Las Vegas, Nevada, with the big hit there.
Big 3rd down here for the St. George Eagles. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Badgers showing blitz, and here they come. St. George picks it up. Thorson rolls out to the right, buys some time, has a pass over the middle. Pass is going to be caught out to the 35. Nice move back to the sideline. Finally hit from behind, and that's going to be enough for the 1st down. Good open field tackle that time by the Badgers. I'm trying to see the...
While you're looking for that, I'll give you, it's Isaiah Moten was the receiver there for St. George. And again, Emery Thorson just making things happen, getting a little extra time with his legs, and was able to complete that pass.
I'm impressed with what Thorson has been able to do so far.
He may not be 6'3" like a lot of quarterbacks in college you want him to be. You know, they list him at 5'11", but man, he's a gamer.
And he's got a pretty good arm, as he shows there, just a little bit off the mark intended out there for Kane Metz-Terrell. So it'll be a second down. Jacob Butters checking in for the Badgers, redshirt sophomore, 6'1", 300-pound defensive tackle from Farmington, Utah.
It'd be interesting to know how many of these prep school kids like this move on to the next level. If Snow sees something playing them and then they go talk to them after, maybe not right after the game, but maybe recruits them.
I would think they would have to think about doing that.
Yeah. If for good players, yeah. It'd just be interesting to know how often that happens. Yeah.
On the carry that time is going to be Saia Lomu. And Lomu picks up 7. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. And Lomu now goes out in the slot to the right. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for Thorson. Lone man in the backfield. Badgers 4 linemen. And now they jump off sides. That's going to be a free first down. I don't have that number.
94,
Have I got an old? I've got an old. Yeah, I've got an old roster.
Yeah, kid out of Layton Christian Academy, Micah Ellis. Layton Christian, a team that had been playing 1A. They've moved up. They won the 1A state championship last year. They list him as a freshman, so I'm assuming he was on that. He was not a redshirt freshman. So,
boy, there's been a lot of movement with teams in the 1A, 2A, 3A.
Yeah, there has.
Recently, hasn't there?
Yeah, especially those 1A and 2A teams, Beaver and
So 1st and 10. Eagles are in Badger territory here. Again, 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Thorson, quick pass over the middle, batted up in the air and incomplete. That was up in the air for a long time, but nobody saw it.
I mentioned a couple of plays ago, Emery Thorson doesn't have that prototypical type size you would see at a quarterback, 6'3" or whatever. That time it hurt him.
Yeah.
that time being not the tallest kid out there hurt him, but he's doing good things. Can't say anything but positive things about what Emery Thorson's done for the St. George Eagles team today.
Well, and he's done most of it on the ground. He's got the most yards gained for St. George with 37 yards on the ground. Thorson again keeps it on a quarterback draw, and he's at the 30, the 25, the 20, and finally knocked out of bounds. Nice run by Thorson, Emery Thorson. Boy, and we mention it, and the kid just keeps making things happen.
Yeah, great job there. Got some wheels. Yeah, he had a little something to say after getting pushed out of bounds as well. Do we have a flag on the field? I was looking for a flag. The way these refs are acting.
Yeah, I see it too, but I don't.
But where is there a flag?
It's a holding. It's a holding against St. George.
So clear down the field, it's a holding. Must have been right at the end of that run, because it was right about the same location of where Emery Thorson went out of bounds.
In fact, that's exactly where it was, at the 25-yard line, because they moved it back to the 35.
So the plus, if you're a St. George Eagle fan or parent of one of the kids or whatever, is you're not behind the sticks, at least with this. You got the first down. It puts you back at the 35, but it's still just 1st and 10.
So Thorson, empty backfield. He's got trips to the right, twins to the left. Back to passes Thorson. He's going to run it again. He finds a hole. And he picks up the first down, tries to slide after he picks up the first down. A Badger lost a helmet, and he's going to have to come off. That is Tristan Savelio. So the Badgers make some subs here, but a first down again by Thorson. So when we have a break here, I got a question for you, okay?
Yeah.
But it's going to involve the Utes, and I know that's not your favorite thing.
My favorite team. I'm a huge Ute fan. I'm a fan of all teams Utah.
Oh, please. Don't make me put on the waiters for what you are dishing out here. First and 10.
The waiters.
Yeah.
It's getting
2 wideouts to the right. Thorson runs the option. Pitch back and getting back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Okay, so the reason why I bring up the Utes, because they've done this a couple of times. They brought in some quarterbacks and turned them into running backs. So watching Thorson here, Is he a kid that maybe could come to the Badgers or a JC and play running back?
Or is he a good enough football player that you can play him in a little spot like Superman? Who'd you call last year? The Larson. Think of the kid's name.
Thompson. No.
He's a Larson kid.
Oh,
Anyway,
my
the kid, but like a Nate Mickle, a kid that can come play the slot position, catch a little pass, and maybe run afterwards. I don't know. Yeah. He definitely doesn't have your typical, if you want to call this play, I guess I'll come back to it.
Well, just a handoff right up the middle and picks up maybe 3-4 yards.
So he doesn't have your Targy Lamson type size that usually you want at the NJCAA level for a running back, but maybe a slot type position, sure.
Or is he being effective because he's at the quarterback position and he has that open field? I don't know, but he looks good is what I'm saying.
Yep. This drive has been on his legs and his arm.
3rd down and 6 from inside the 20. Thorson pass out in the flats, and down the sidelines is going to be Isaiah Moten, wide receiver out of Washington.
It's going to be a little bit short, not quite to the first down. More short than I thought. I thought he got another yard or two there, but
that's happened a couple of times on that far sideline. I'm with you. I thought he was further upfield.
Yeah, so going to go for it again on 4th down are the Eagles.
Thorson has 3 wide receivers to the left, a lone wide out to the right. Badgers are in man-to-man. They come with the blitz. Thorson rolls out to the left. He's got the corner, and he's inside the 15, wrestled out of bounds, but I think he's going to have the first down by just a yard.
Yeah, it looks like he got it, and nothing bad there. No penalties for horse collar or anything like that. They had him by the jersey, kind of swung him around a little bit, but Trey Swanigan with the tackle there. Good job by Thorson to get that edge is what I was going to say. It looked like he might have got stopped before he was able to get the edge, but
he's got some speed.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. That looked like a broken play, and Thorson's going to make the best out of it and pick up maybe about 3 yards inside the 10 to the 9. So the Eagles started this drive at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah.
They've picked up 4 first downs, one of them on a penalty, but now they're inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 6. So they can pick up a first down here if they get down to, I believe they've got to get to the 2. Thorson fakes the pitch, turns it inside, back to the line of scrimmage, not much there, maybe a yard.
Yeah, good job by that defensive end, or if it was the outside linebacker for the Badgers that stepped up there and cut off kept that outside contained edge. Wasn't going to allow the pitch to happen. If the pitch would have happened, it would have been about the same result. But as Thorson tried to cut it back up, that defensive end for the Badgers was able to make the tackle.
We're under 2 minutes to go here. Thorson again runs that pitch, and he pitches it too high. Badgers try to recover it. Do they come up with it before they go out of bounds?
Yeah, they definitely came up with it, but did they come up with it before they were touching that white sideline?
I think the officials are going to talk this over. It was really close, and it's too far away for me to make a judgment, but the Badgers say they've got it, but that's their job, is to say they've got it.
Should try and sell it. It's going to be 4th and forever if it is still St. George ball. And the way they're acting, it looked like it's going to stay St. George ball.
Right. So just a bad pitch that time by Thorson. We've been just praising Thorson, and that time the pitch, and he had to rush it a little bit, but just a little bit off target.
Yeah, good job by the Badger defensive end again. 2 plays in a row there to blow up that option play. And now the clock does start. Under 90 seconds left here in the first half, and a 3-touchdown lead for the Badgers.
Field goal is going to be a 40-yard attempt here. I think is it A.J. Jones? The kick has got the distance.
Yeah.
Is it good? It is.
A.J. McCarroll there.
A 40-yard field goal by the St. George Eagles gets them on the board here. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets.
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
Welcome back once again to Snow College Badger football action in Ephraim, Utah, on the campus of Snow College. Gary Chedister and Greg Sterner with you. The Snow College Badgers lead at 21-3 as we check the Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union is your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College. So the Eagles will kick it off. Badgers a little late with one player coming back out on the field. 1:11 to go here for Snow College. See if they can maybe move down the field quickly and get some more points on the board. Taking a lot of time here. Play clock is under 10 seconds as we get the kickoff. It's going to be a low line drive kick, and it's going to go into the end zone, and it will not be returned.
Yeah, you wondered if that was going to go out of bounds, but just snuck inside that pylon, so just not quite far out. What is it, 25?
Yep,
right?
yep, at the 25-yard line. The Badgers will take over with 1:11 to go, leading 21-3.
Yeah, and I would assume you'll see the Badgers try get down the field. I mean, they're going to chuck it up here, chuck it up the field. They're going to try and get another one on the board here, even though there's just a minute left and a 3-score lead.
Jared Wilson will be in the slot to the right. Ethan Wood is in the slot to the left. Io Shatamide King is wide left, and I believe it's Magruder on the near side. Donovan Smith back to pass. Throws, got the man underneath, and that's going to be caught by Jared Wilson. And Wilson's taken down after he picks up the first down out to the 38-yard line. They don't stop the clock to reset the chains here. We're under a minute to go. Donovan Smith back to pass again. Throws the out again, and this time getting out of bounds is Wilson.
Yeah,
Jared will stop it.
Yeah, Jared Wilson kind of became Donovan Smith's favorite receiver in the second half last week. He had 5 catches for 83 yards. Leading receiver last week for the Badgers.
So second down and short. 49.8 seconds remaining. Smith, hard snap count, back to pass, looks deep, and it's almost picked off. Boy, breaking on the ball that time was Cardian McCullough, and he just could not hold on to it.
Yeah.
That was right in his hands, and he would have been down the sidelines for 6.
Yeah, he would have been in the end zone, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, would have cut that lead down, but Snow lives to play third down here.
Well, do you run that double move now? He jumped the last one. Do you look at Magruder doing an out here and then just take off down the sideline?
Yeah, he's got the speed.
And the Badgers are going to hand it off. And Boren's going to get to the sidelines, taken out of bounds. Enough for the first down as the Badgers get into Eagle territory at the 45-yard line.
Riker Beck coming up from his linebacker position, making the play for St. George. It almost looked like Boren was going to cut it back to the inside. And then the Badgers do have timeouts left, but still, you just want to get out of bounds when you're dancing on the sideline like that.
Yeah, Badgers have all 3 of their timeouts, as you mentioned that. 38.7 seconds remaining. Smith back to pass. He's got Wood down the middle. Smith under pressure now, throws it to Boren underneath, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit of rush from that defensive line. Trying to get a number. I think that's 55 down there for St. George. Tukimaka Tavita. Another kid out of Honolulu.
And on the defensive end out there is Kolo Kuihulua. Smith passes the out on the sidelines. Pass is caught. That's going to be enough for the first. No, they say he's out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
Well, I thought he was in. One official saying out, and I thought the other one was saying in, and it's out. Badgers were moving up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They thought they had the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 10.
And who was the receiver out there? I was trying to get that number, but he caught a forearm shiver from that coach on the sideline over there for St. George. Kind of gave him a little hit after he went out of bounds.
I think that was Shatamide King. Badgers now go with 3 wideouts to the left. Smith back to pass. Looks on a crossing route down the middle. Wide open. Pass is going to be caught for the first down. Spinning back into the middle of the field. And inside the 10-yard line on the catch is going to be Tyreek Carter. That's the first time I think we've called his name out of Hillsboro, Texas.
They list him on this this roster as a junior. I'm assuming that means a freshman. I think that's a typo because you don't have many juniors at the NJCAA level.
I don't think you're supposed to. So that's going to be down at the 9. Looks like the Badgers are going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. This is going to be a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, you can trust CVMC. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style Checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field, Terry Foote Stadium on the campus of Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you as the Badgers trying to get some points on the board here with 15.7 seconds remaining. Man in motion from right to left. Smith back to pass. Middle screen. Pass is going to be caught inside the 5-yard line. You got to take a timeout here. 9.7 seconds remaining. And the Badgers do take a timeout. That's their second timeout. So they're going to have the ball 2nd and goal. They mark it at the 2-yard line. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
And see who comes.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
And welcome back once again. 9.7 seconds remaining here. Badgers trying to get it in the end zone. They do have one more timeout. Smith in the backfield in shotgun with Tillman on his right. And movement. Did somebody move for the Badgers, or is it? We got flags all over from a lot of different positions.
12, was it 12 men on the field for St. George?
I missed it. I did not see what he signaled. Oh, yeah, illegal participation then. Yeah, so that'd be 12 men. So half a yard closer, handoff, straight ahead, and touchdown Snow College. Is that Boren that got into the end zone?
They stopped it before.
Oh, did they really?
Is it the same thing? If it's 12 men on the field, nobody went off.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody go off either. That would be strange as heck.
So unless it's illegal participation, somebody has 2 people has the same number. Now you're going to have one go off. So
you don't stop the play for illegal participation, though.
They did twice.
And that is the call. Illegal participation against St. George. But you should not stop the play.
And I think Zach Erickson's saying the same thing. Is why
stop the play? Because they have 12 men on the field. You should still be able to run the play. And the official's going to come over and talk to Zach Erickson. I don't think there's anything he can say that will console him in this situation.
Yeah, I think, like you say, Zach Erickson's saying that the flag came after the play had started, but the officials are saying it's a pre-snap penalty. Which I think you're right, Gary. I don't think
it shouldn't be a pre-snap.
Yeah.
But it's not going to change. The Badgers are going to, and they ran time. Now they're going to put 9 seconds back on the clock.
Should be 9.7. That's what it was before. And if it's a pre-snap penalty, that means nothing happened. So,
and now St. George is going to take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. This is going to be another Central Valley Medical Center timeout as we check the scoreboard. The Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Snow College 21, the St. George Eagles 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Nine seconds remaining here in the first half. Snow College Badgers have the ball at the, is that the 5-inch line?
Yeah.
4-inch line?
It's about as close as it can get, I think.
Without being a touchdown. Yeah. So I'm guessing the Badgers are going to run this right up the middle. Donovan Smith has A.J. Tillman and Boren in the backfield, one on each side. Hand off to Boren. No. Yes, Boren takes it into the end zone. Touchdown. So Boren on the touchdown for Snow College. Hiram Boren, we're going to give him a 1-yard touchdown run, even though he didn't really have to go that full yard. And you know what? We've still got talking down there. Are they going to take this one off the board as well? Okay, touchdown. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, Snow College. Well, I'm sure Coach Zach Erickson not happy with that type of a penalty.
Been a little bit chippy out there.
Well,
right from the start.
It started chippy before, I mean, when the teams came out on the field. I was shocked that St. George was giving the cutthroat kind of. I'm thinking, okay.
They had a chip on their shoulder coming out here.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what you need when you're playing a bigger school like Snow College.
Yep. So this extra point is going to be more like a, 30-yard field goal? Actually, 35-yard field goal. Make it 36 now as Baxter scoots back for Kiesler. 5.4 seconds remaining. St. George going to try to come and block this. Snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up. It's got plenty of distance. And it is good. So Kiesler with the extra point. The Badgers lead it by a score of 28-3. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back once again to Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. Gary Chedister and Greg Sterner with you, calling the Snow College Badger football game, where the Badgers lead it 28-3 over the Eagles. Badgers getting set to kick off. A reminder coming up on the postgame show, Little Caesars Player of the Game. They have $5 here, but I think they give them actually a $10 or $15 gift certificate for that.
Inflation.
Yeah. Low line drive kick is going to be fielded about the 25-yard line, trying to get to the far sidelines and out of bounds near the 45. And that will end
We'll
the
see.
first
We'll
half.
see if that ends. They let another second run off that clock after he stepped out of bounds. So let's see. They called it. They called it. All right.
They called it. All right. So that is the end of the first half, and Snow College leads it by a score of 28-3. We'll be back with the halftime show, the Snow College halftime show. You can get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care. Closer to home.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets!
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back to Snow College. Gary Chedister and Greg Sterner with you. And first half, the Badgers 28 points. They did have a couple of series that went over on downs, so they've got 2 punts, 2 over on downs, and they end up with 4 touchdowns on that. One of them came on the blocked punt, but 3 of their series they were able to go from their own 25-yard line. That last one, they went 75 yards in just a little over a minute. That was a pretty impressive drive.
Yeah, about a minute and 10 seconds left on that one after the field goal by St. George. But a good, excellent drive. Donovan Smith just doing, kind of picking up where he left off in the second half last week against New Mexico Military.
So the Badgers' other scoring drive started at their own 32-yard line, and they had a short field and took it in from the Eagle 40. Taking a look at some statistics, one of the things that jumps out at me and maybe a little bit disappointing and is surprising at the same time, the Badgers ran the ball so well last week against New Mexico Military Institute, a pretty darn good team, and this week the Badgers have really struggled again. It's almost like that first week against Trinity Valley. They've rushed the ball 12 times for just 14 yards.
Yeah, the only thing that I wonder here is Zach Erickson trying to work on some things? Are they trying to work on throwing the ball down the field? But, I mean, you're still running the ball. How many times did you say they've ran the ball?
12 times for 14 yards.
Yeah, that is extremely poor against, I don't mean to be negative here, Gary, but against this level of competition.
It's not New Mexico Military.
Yeah, right. It's not Dodge City that's coming up next. It's not Lackawanna that's coming up later in the year. It's not Iowa Western. You know, if you can't run the ball against Iowa Western, you're going to be in trouble.
And were's one of the ones that is not going to make head coach Zach Erickson very happy at all, because he talked about this in the pregame that we weren't able to air, but he talked to me personally. They wanted to avoid the penalties. So far in this first half, Greg, 28 penalties for 197 yards. Am I reading that correctly?
That can't be right. Yeah, that can't be right. That must be wrong.
So what is? Okay.
Yeah, but there's the yardage might be pretty close.
Here it is. 7 for 86.
Okay.
7 for 86.
Yeah. I knew there was a lot.
Yeah, not that many.
Yeah, but 7 for 86 is still
too much, especially when you say you don't want any penalties.
you jinxed him with that. He jinxed himself. Let's say he jinxed himself. Very first play, there's 2 penalties back to back on the first play of the game after he says he wants a clean, no penalty game. But it's 28-3. You know, we're kind of nitpicking here. I get that.
I agree.
But Donovan Smith has looked really good in the first half. I've been kind of updating these stats on my phone, trying to see if Drayson Ball's stats. But the last stats I had were with about 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. So I don't know if you're getting the most updated here.
Well, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, actually, I guess they're not either, because this is 8-8. Mine's saying 8-18 in the second quarter.
Second quarter. Yeah, that's what I've got too. So we was kind of hoping that we had them stats. Drayson Ball's been great to get us these last couple of years as the SID. He runs them into us at the end of every quarter, and he's out of breath usually running up here to get them to us quick, and we sure appreciate him. But yeah, so not the most updated, but still Donovan Smith, Ethan Wood. Let's see, Jared Wilson with some nice receptions.
Magruder had the long of 42.
Yeah, a couple of those. He had that touchdown catch as well, 34-yard touchdown catch to make it 21-0 in the second quarter. So Magruder's having a good game as well.
All right, so the Badgers do lead it, a score of 28-3 here at halftime. You're listening to the Snow College Halftime Show. Snow has assembled the best quality, most affordable, and flexible offerings in online education. Visit snow.edu. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style Checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments. On time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back once again to Snow College campus in Ephraim, Utah. Gary Chedester, Greg Sterner. As I give Greg a heart attack because he thought the old man was falling off his chair here. Maybe it's time to retire. Oh, goodness.
We have a good time here.
We do. All right, let's give you the scoring summary here. Snow College got on the board first, but it wasn't until 2:13 remaining in the first quarter. A.J. Tillman, a 2-yard touchdown run. The point after by Kiesler was good. Badgers led it 7-0. Badgers got it back on the board again in just less than a minute and a half with Shandon King taking it into the end zone. That was the blocked punt. He picked it up and took it in the end zone. The point after was good again by Kiesler, and the Badgers led it 14-0. In the second quarter, and very early in the second quarter, the Badgers got the 34-yard touchdown pass, Donovan Smith to Magruder, and the point after was good again. The Badgers led it 21-0. Then St. George was able to get on the board with 1:11 remaining in the half, a 40-yard field goal by A.J. McCarroll, and that was beautiful. I mean, yeah, a great kick. But I heard in Manti High School, or in Utah High School, there was a 60-yard field goal.
Juab JV.
Yeah, JV game. That's incredible. Yeah. And then Snow College finished the scoring with 5.4 seconds remaining after a couple of penalties. They get it in the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run by Hiram Boren. Again, the point after by Kiesler is good, and the Badgers lead it by a score of 28-3 as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union is your local credit union. They have offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, and Gunnison. My favorite branch is the Ephraim branch. Proud to support Snow College. We'll be back with a look at other games in the NJCAA right after this 2-minute timeout.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
in your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets!
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back once again to Snow College. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Let's take a look at some of the games that have already been played in the NJCAA. A lot of teams from Mississippi played on Thursday night. It was Jones over Etowamba, 27-13. It was East Central Mississippi over Oklahoma, 62-7. Southwest Mississippi over Mississippi Delta, 51-6. Northeast Mississippi, 20. Hines, 7. Holmes over Pearl River, 31-0, and Copia Lincoln, 23. East Mississippi, 20. And let's jump ahead. There were 2 games on Friday, and we only have score from Monroe defeating Wagner College, 42-6. And let's take a look at Saturday's games. Some of them have not reported here, but Independence defeated Coffeyville 21-7. It was Lackawanna over Lewisburg 44-6. Mississippi Gulf Coast defeated Northwest Mississippi 49-14. And Northwest Mississippi was ranked higher than Snow, so they're going to move down.
Yeah.
Kilgore really took it to Northeast Oklahoma A&M. Georgia Military and Tyler does not have a report on that game. Dodge defeated Highland 14-7. And Hutchinson defeated Iowa Central 27-2, and Iowa Central was ranked above Snow College as well. So,
but Hutch was number 1, right?
Right. Snow College might have a chance to move up in the polls with a win here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to take another timeout, and when we come back, Greg, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to come to you.
Okay.
I want to find out what you liked about the first half. And what's got to happen in the second half for Snow College to hold on and win this ball game.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back with more on the halftime show, the Snow College halftime show. Snow College ranks among the nation's top 10% in student success. Turn on your education and visit snow.edu.
I'm J.L. Larson.
And I'm Sarah Larson.
We're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to Sanpete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments. On time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Welcome back once again to Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Snow College Badgers lead it at halftime, 28-3. And Greg, I'm going to give you a minute and a half here, but here's what I want. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the stats to see who's been able to do. So Drayson Ball was able to get us those stats here and been able to take a look at it. What impresses you about that first half? And if you can lead in and tell us what do you see is important for the second half?
So I think Snow College throwing the ball, Donovan Smith with 248 yards passing there in the first half. Efficiency a little low, 12 of 23. You would like that to be a little bit higher, only about 50% there, but 248 yards. Impressed with that. Ethan Wood, always impressed with that big kid catching the ball. 2 catches for 44 yards. Let's go to the other side.
Okay.
I mean, we kind of get Snow-centric. I mean, this is Snow TV. Let's be honest here. It's KMTI. Right. Emery Thorson ran for 65 yards in that first half. 10 carries for 65 yards for the quarterback, Emery Thorson. I mean, we've talked about him a lot. You hate to be just beat a point to death, but, I mean, he's been the offense for St. George.
Right, and a bright spot and a local kid, so I don't feel bad about talking about him at all.
Well, and one more thing to add to that. I don't know if you're a Snow fan and you've watched a lot of games over the last few years and you've seen Snow play these prep schools, this is by far the best game that we've seen against these prep schools over the last couple of years that have come in here. I mean, it's usually
at halftime, it's usually 50 points.
A joke.
Right.
I mean, really, it usually is a joke. It's an 85-0 type final score, the type where you go to church or whatever the next day and people are laughing about it when you talk. And this is not that. I mean, 28-3, Snow's doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're up by, 3-4 scores like they should be, but it's definitely more of a game than we've seen from these type of schools against Snow the last few years.
So, second half, what do you think?
What do they need to do? What does Snow need to do to win? They need to walk out there and just finish the game. I mean, they're going to win this game, what I would like to see if I'm Zach Erickson, especially on the offensive side, and we've talked about this a lot, I'm telling my offensive line we're running it 3 times on this first drive, the first 3 times that we get the ball, and if you don't get a first down, you're going to hear about it when you come out. Because
I like that.
What did you say, 14 carries for 12 yards or 12 for 14 or whatever it was?
Well, by the time they finally got the stats in, 14 carries, 20 yards, only averaging 1.4.
You got to work on that. I would not care what the score is if I'm Zach Erickson. I want my running game to get going. I want to see my offensive line do what Snow's offensive line should do. And I don't know that that's what they're going to do. I know Snow likes to throw the ball. Donovan Smith's a good quarterback. I get it. You can't just go one-dimensional, but I would be frustrated with my running game in that first half.
I agree with you. All right, so we're getting close to the second half kickoff. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
In the days of the Mountain Men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back as we get set for the kickoff. Snow College Badgers out there to kick it off, and the St. George Eagles will receive to start this second half. Again, Snow College leads it by a score of 28-3. as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. I think the only loan I haven't had with you guys is a new home construction loan.
Hey, we do a lot of those.
I'm not going to build another house. I am not moving.
You're done.
My next move is going to be 6 feet under in the Manti City Cemetery.
There you go. I can finance that.
Whoa. They are going to say that the receiver's knee was down when he made the catch inside the 10-yard line. That was close. But that is going to be the call, unfortunately.
You hate to see that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I just got a text from Bob Trithall. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
We're college football fans. Texas just beat Alabama.
Oh, did they end up winning? They were up 3-0 when I left home to come over here for this.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Steve Sarkisian.
Couldn't have happened to a better team.
You're a big Texas fan, I take.
I'm a huge Alabama fan. You know that.
No, it's. Do I have to put on my waders?
Yeah. Handoff. No, the quarterback's going to keep it, and that is not Thorson in there. Is that Hamilton that's come back? Willie Hamilton?
Yeah, we kind of wondered if maybe there was an injury there, or maybe they just needed a spark. That Emery Thorson definitely provided. Trying to get the number out there.
I think that is Hamilton. I think it's Hamilton that's back out there at quarterback for the Eagles. And he's looking to the sidelines.
That's not, I don't think that's Hamilton. Oh, yep, you're right. I was looking at the back behind him.
Right. And now, boy, they took a lot of time. And it looks like they're going to have to take a timeout. Snow College is coming to the sidelines, and the Eagles are staying out there. And I haven't seen a signal from the officials, and now the Badgers go back out there. It's going to be second and about 6, it looks like. And Hamilton is out. He went back out again. He's not out there, and Thorson is back in at quarterback. Strange.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
And it looks like the other running back, Tyson Chisholm, was back in as well.
Incomplete pass to the outside there. That was a really quick play when you were looking down there, Gary. Just trying to do kind of a little bubble screen outside to a wide receiver, went out of bounds.
Well, Chisholm played a lot in that first quarter. Then he went out, and we didn't see him again for much of the second quarter. Now he's back out there again, and he's going to line up in the slot to the left. Thorson at quarterback, big third down here for the Eagles. Third and call it 6. Thorson back to pass, looks stout on the side, and it's short, incomplete. Pass was intended out there for Connie Metz-Terrell.
Yeah, and Metz-Terrell really made a good break on the ball to knock that away so the Snow defender didn't pick it off, because it looked like he had a better beat on the ball. But good job to kind of turn into a defensive back and knock that away and not allow Snow to get the turnover. They're going to end up with good field position, though, either way.
Yeah, the Badgers are set up to receive this at about the 45-yard line. Punting from near his own end zone will be the Eagles on 4th and 6. Badgers with 10 men on the line. They jump, flags everywhere. This will not be enough for a first down if it's on Snow College. But, boy, there was a lot of movement.
It'll be really close.
It will be close.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Half a yard short.
Yeah, just a little short, yep. You got the good eyes going there, Gary. You said you needed.
I can't see the numbers for some reason. And it looks like it's against St. George. So an illegal procedure is the call. That moves them back 5 yards. I tell you, some of the combinations with uniforms and colors and numbers, they don't think about our job as an announcer to try to be able to see those.
They don't care.
They don't. Kick is on the way. It's going to be fielded at about the 42-yard line. That was an interesting move that time by Spencer Lambert. It looked like he wanted to go left, but his body kept going to the right, and he gets it back near midfield.
Yeah, good field position for the Badgers here. And like I said, if I was the offensive coaches for the Badgers, I would want to run 3 straight times here.
I'm with you.
See if I can establish the running game. This is not for this game. This is not for this game. This is for Dodge in 2 weeks. This is for Iowa Western when they come out here in a few weeks. And they'll probably be ranked I mean, if they keep winning, they'll be number 1 or number 2 because they're number 2 right now. So,
right.
You know, you need to get that running game going. We'll see if they're able to.
Donovan Smith puts his running back very deep in the backfield here.
A deep pistol formation.
On 1st and 10. Smith doesn't give the handoff, and he's going to try to make something happen. And, boy, that just did not look good right from the start. Spencer Lambert was the deep man in the backfield, and he ran right by it, and Donovan couldn't get him the ball.
Yeah, that outside linebacker came from the outside and was able to chase Donovan Smith from behind. But even if he wouldn't have got there, there was other Eagles right there to get him. And that's there's a 5-yard loss on 1st down trying to establish that run.
Well, they still ran it on 1st down.
Let's see if they do it 2 more times. I think they're going to throw it right here.
I think you're right. 2nd down and 15. Pass out of the backfield is going to be Lambert. Lambert jumps over the defender, and he's going to be close to the 1st down. Where are they going to mark it? Maybe a yard short at the 37. That looked a lot like Carson Manukin.
Yeah, he did that a bunch of times last year, didn't he? That's right.
Did.
They kind of got a similar body size as well. Yeah, nice little jump to get another 3-4 yards there.
So now do you run it? 3rd and 1 inside the 40-yard line. Donovan takes the snap, hands it off to Lambert. Lambert tries to break it to the outside.
Wow.
And he is swallowed up. That's going to be a loss of 2. Is that Saia Lomu?
Another great play by that Eagles defense.
No, Lomu's on offense. Who was that really stopped that play on that far sideline?
I didn't get that number. Let's see if Snow.
4th and 3, and they're going for it.
When they're running like that, they're putting that running back 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Smith rolls out to the right, throws, got a man open, incomplete, in and out of the hands. They had 2 men in the same place. They had Wood, and they had, was it Magruder or was it Wilkerson? Wilkerson. And it went over the head of Wood and short of Wilkerson. So the Badgers turn it over on downs.
Wow, not the way you wanted to start if you're the if you're the Badgers there. Somebody else falling off their chair.
I was going to say, you're not making fun of them.
Yeah, not the start that you wanted if you're the Badgers there, though, to try and put another one on the board to start this half. You get great field position right near midfield, and you can't capitalize at all. Really just one productive play there.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And again, it's Emery Thorson in at quarterback, empty backfield. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the right. Thorson flushed out of the pocket, looks to run, turns it upfield. He's got the 1st down and more. Scampers out of bounds in Badger territory at the 46-yard line.
That's going to put him over 80 yards net rushing here for this game. Really all of the offense for the Eagles here in this game has been the legs and the arms of Emery Thorson. I'm going to try and figure it out. I mean, they've got about 110 total yards, and right about 100 of those are Emery Thorson either throwing the ball or running it.
1st and 10 in Badger territory at the 46. Thorson back to pass, under some pressure. Flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run. Nice catch, and a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's not a play that's going to show up much in the stat book. Only a 5-yard gain there, but that was a nice play in the backfield to get away from the Badger defender, chasing him from behind, and be able to deliver that one. And then a good catch outside. Tried to get that number, but that's a tough one to see out there as well.
Yeah. So 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Chisholm in the backfield to the right of Thorson. Thorson with 2 wideouts right and 2 wideouts left. Thorson rolls to the right, avoids that pressure, and he's going to be swallowed under this time. The Badgers able to get out there and make the stop.
Trying to avoid that pressure, but not able to get out that time. There was about 3 Badgers there that was going to bring him down if the first one didn't. Trying to get that number again. Darn it.
I'm not sure why.
Tui Pon is what they're crediting on the scoreboard there. They've got guys with binoculars out there that are spotting for her.
Yeah, they can afford spotters. We can't afford spotters in here.
We brought one time. My son Kevin, and I think that's one.
Did he
one
say
time
anything
only.
at all to us?
No, not a lot.
3rd and 12. Thorson under pressure, setting up that middle screen. Flag on the play. And that did not go anywhere, but what's the flag?
Yeah, middle screen read really well that time. I think that was Tavili Tuitama for the Badgers that gobbled that one up. Did I get that number right? 54. Yep.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And Tui Pon in my intro to mass media class, I'll have to mention something to him on Monday.
Probably get a lot of these players in your classes, right?
I got 3 football players in my intro to mass media. I have a basketball player in my journalism class.
Okay.
Photojournalism. Boy, they threw a flag, but now it must have been on St. George, and the Badgers declined it. Yeah, fourth and 14 from midfield. I'm almost expecting another fake punt sometime in this game. The first one was very successful.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they had a penalty that brought it back. And the way they're set up now wouldn't surprise me. No. Kick is away. A high wobbling kick going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line by Lambert. Lambert gets a block, breaks a tackle right up the middle and out near the 30. And a swing is taken by St. George player and no flag. Oof. Boy, that was an actual swing. Oof. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, I didn't. No. I was watching some of this action here at midfield, some of the blocking there. I missed that one, but again, that Spencer Lambert, he hits the hole hard. He gets going quick. I think it was Porter Larson that I was trying to compare earlier. Yeah.
Flag on the Badgers, a holding call on that far sideline. So instead of having it 1st and 10 at the 30, they're going to have it at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Last possession, the first possession of the second half, the Badgers were out on downs. Turned it over on downs, unable to convert for the 3rd time on 4th down. So 2 wideouts right, 1 wideout left for Donovan Smith at quarterback. Donovan brings Ethan Wood in motion. Handoff. Trying to get to that right side is A.J. Tillman. Tillman lowers the shoulder, gets across the 25-yard line, or maybe they'll mark it right at the 25. So there's that first down carry. So they didn't do it the first possession. I think you're going to see it this one.
Yeah, and a productive run right there. You know, you get 8 yards there on first down. You'll take that every time. Good blocking outside, and A.J. Tillman able to use his speed to get to the outside. Nothing up the middle been working, so try kicking it to the outside.
Handoff again to Tillman. Tillman has the first down. Just powers his way over the 30-yard line to near, well, they're going to mark it right at the 30, but that'll be enough for the first. So 2 carries and a first down.
Yeah. And Austin Bell must be hurt. I thought he had a good game last week.
I agree.
And so he must be out. And number 22, I got to check the sideline, see if I can see him even down there in his jersey.
Okay. We've got a timeout on the field as we have an injured St. George Eagle, but now he's getting up, so we'll keep it here, I guess. And number 36, able to get up and go off under his own power, is Jonathan Janelle. Still hasn't got off the field, but he is able to get off under his own power. 1st and 10 for the Badgers, right at the 30-yard line. Second possession here of the second half. We have no score in the second half. We're down to 9:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by St. George. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back with more right after this 60-second timeout.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
The Badgers go quickly out of the timeout. A pass out in the flats for Jared Wilson. He makes a couple of nifty moves and picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Badgers, now out at the 41-yard line. Back to Tillman. Tillman, a huge hole. Tillman breaks a tackle. It's a foot race. Tillman is going to be taken down at the 25-yard line. That is the biggest running play of the game for the Snow College Badgers.
Yeah, that's what I figured would happen here in this second half. And a nice run, nice blocking up front. Tillman reading those blocks, going right, cutting left, and then bringing it back to the middle. Just not able to outrun the St. George Eagle defenders, but still a great run by Tillman.
Tillman still in the backfield on the side of Donovan Smith. Donovan looks to pass this time. Goes over the middle, got a man wide open, touchdown. Snow College, was that Wilson?
Yep.
Jared Wilson?
Yep.
And that is going to be a 25-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, Jared Wilson, I've mentioned it multiple times here. He's become kind of the favorite for Donovan Smith. Oh, and you got a holding penalty, so no touchdown there.
Wow, I did not see the flag.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. So instead of a touchdown, 1st and 20. So erase a first down, erase the touchdown. Run the same play again.
There you go. Just had a couple of guys running up the seams on the right and left side.
St. George with just a single safety in the middle of the field. Donovan back to pass. Does go right over the middle, leads him into the end zone. Touchdown, Ayo Shatamide King.
Yeah, great pass. And you mentioned just had a couple of guys going up the seams. That was more from the outside, kind of a post route, but a great catch. Was that Shatamide King? No, that was Magruder.
Oh, was
Amir
it really?
Magruder, yeah,
oh,
number 8. Yeah. So Amir Magruder with his second touchdown catch of the night. That one a 35-yarder, first one a 34-yarder, so it's the part of obviously the area of the field that he likes.
Extra point coming up, placement's down, the kick is up, and the kick is off the Bergeson Athletic Center. It is good, and the Badgers lead at 35-3 as they get in that Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details are available at macu.com. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Snow College Badgers with the kickoff, going to be taken at about the 5-yard line and taken down near the 15-yard line. That's Jared Wilson, isn't it?
Elijah Wilson.
Elijah Wilson.
Yep, Elijah Wilson, number 44 for the Badgers.
Great job.
Nice hit there. Yeah, defensive back out of Las Vegas, Nevada, 6'1", 185.
And they're going to give... Well, they haven't placed the ball down yet, but I think they're standing at the 19. Another penalty. Helmet to helmet this time against the Eagles.
Jeez, that's 3 or 4 of those we've seen today.
Yeah. I haven't seen that many all season. Of course, we're only game 3, but I haven't seen this many all season, and I've seen them all in this game.
Yeah, and St. George, they need to not be touching their own end zone right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're starting these last couple of drives inside the 10-yard line.
Right. They started at their own 8, their own 39, and now their own 9. And if you're trying to get back into a game, that makes it very difficult.
Right, yeah. Yeah, down 35-3. You're trying to get something going here. And is that Hamilton back in at quarterback? I think it is.
I think it is, yeah. Big tight end goes in motion. Hamilton going to keep it. try that right side. Stumbles forward, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. That tight end that goes in motion is Alan Jarvis Torres. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Don't give him give him a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Because they started at their own 9 and they've got it now at the 10. So Hamilton again in the backfield as quarterback. Looks to the left and tries to run it up the middle, and he is gang tackled. And coming up with the tackle, I think, is Hayden Mangalai.
Tuitama in there as well. Yeah, we've called his name
Miller
a few
too,
times. Yeah. Going with a 3-man? No, it looks like they've got that stand-up defensive end. Both of the ends are standing up there. Now they're going to move him back to a middle linebacker type position. I think that's DeQueen, isn't it?
Yeah, three down linemen is all. Hamilton rolls out to the left. He's in under pressure. Throws back across his body, and a late flag comes in.
I thought he stepped out of bounds before he threw that.
There's actually 2 flags, one in the middle, more in the middle of the field near the hash mark, and one right on the sideline.
So the one right on the sideline, you have the official out here without his hat on. Usually they do that when somebody goes out of bounds. An offensive player goes out of bounds. They'll throw their hat to mark that he went out of bounds. That person can't be the first one that comes back in and touches the ball. So I'm wondering if that's what one of those penalty flags are.
Well, the officials discussing things here on the sidelines. And now they're going to run up and talk to Coach Zach Erickson. Usually when they're talking with a coach, it's what do you want to do here? Yeah. You want to take the penalty? You do not want to take the penalty?
Yeah.
And he's going to decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down because the pass was incomplete. So here's the signal. Personal foul, chop block against St. George. So that's going to be declined. And 4th down. So I thought there were 2 separate flags, but maybe they were both the same play. Yeah. So it's going to bring up 4th and long for the Eagles. I don't see the punt unit coming out on the field here.
Yeah, Spencer Lambert was out there. Are they saying it's a... No, because he declined it, so it should be 4th down, right?
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, because the box over here, which is the official down marker, is saying 4. The scoreboard says, or it's saying 3. I wonder if they just haven't changed that.
It should be 4th down, right? A lot of confusion here. And I have not seen, and now they've moved the ball up to the 12-yard line, which is where it should be. Now we've got the umpire going back.
I thought he made that call and he put up the fist for 4th down.
I thought so
after
too.
He made that call, but you had Spencer Lambert running out to return the kick, and now they're correcting it.
Yeah,
okay.
Now we finally got it corrected.
Spencer Lambert wants to take one of these back today. I can tell you he wants to take one of these back today. He's been getting a lot of chances to return punts. So let's see if he's able to get ahead of steam here, maybe get to the edge and bring it into the end zone.
Well, this would be the time to do it. 4th and 11 and punting from the end zone here are the St. George Eagles. 10 men on the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they come with pressure or if they just set up a return here. Long snap count. Play clock down to 15. Low snap. Kick is away. Yeah. Did he get a piece of it?
No.
No, but they call him roughing the kicker call.
Oh, you had a cheerleader out here trying to catch that punt. It was that far out of bounds, and he dropped it. Your one chance to shine. He puts... I wish our camera got that. Yeah, put the camera down there. He put on that speaker that he puts up to his mouth to yell louder on his head like a dunce. It's cracking me up. So yeah, it was roughing the kicker back in the end zone there because he didn't get a piece of it.
Badgers are trying to say they got a hand on it.
Yeah, no.
And the way it went, you could make an argument.
Yeah.
But the official saying, nah, it's just a really bad kick.
Yeah, right at the cheerleaders.
I mean, it went out of bounds, what, the 20-yard line?
Yeah, and 20 yards out of bounds about. Funny.
So that gives the Eagles a new set of downs at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 23. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And another substitution, is that Thorson that's back in at quarterback?
Yes.
Yep. Boy, Hamilton has just not had a lot of opportunities, but Thorson has been very productive. Pass out in the flats,
that's a
incomplete.
Wow. Oh, okay. I was going to say that looked like a PI on the Badgers. This line judge over here didn't throw the flag, but that farther back official did.
And that is so funny because it's right in front of the field judge.
Yeah.
Right in front of him.
Yeah.
And he does not call it, doesn't throw the flag, and the back judge comes from 30 yards away to throw the flag.
Well, the back judge is right. It was a very clear pass interference. When that ball was up in the air, the Badger defender just grabbed the Eagle offensive player and threw him out of the way.
I just think it's funny that you've got one official that's right there and will not call it.
Yeah.
But somebody picking up the slack comes from 20 yards away to make the call.
Yeah.
6:04 remaining, another first down. Thorson at quarterback. Back to pass, now flushed out of the pocket, rolls to the right, has room to run if he wants to, now backs up and throws it. What happened? The Badgers picked it off. And it is who? You put your thumb there to help me out, and then you moved it.
I think it was Brooks Esplin, number 9.
Okay.
Again, another interception. Had one last week. He was in on that fumble recovery earlier. Sorry, I thought I was helping.
Oh,
you there.
yeah. And you were, but it took me a minute to see it.
It just wasn't quick enough. Yeah,
I'm not quick enough.
Brooks Esplin, another interception there for the Badgers, right at midfield.
Right at the 50-yard line for the Badgers, who scored on their last possession. Picked up 4 first downs, capped it off with that 25-yard touchdown pass to Magruder. Okay, so here's a question for you. How long do you play your starters on offense here? I say through the third quarter and not at all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Here comes a halfback auction. Boren is going to throw. Boren throws downfield. Got a man open. That should be pass interference. There we go. And the same thing happened. The flag comes all the way from the line judge and the back judge, and the field judge, the same one, doesn't call it again.
So Boren's been the most productive running back for the Badgers this season. That was a nice throw, Gary.
That was a good throw.
That was a spiral, man. He was getting hit as he let go of that. That was a good-looking throw from a running back.
Well, we've seen him run the Wildcat, and we know he can throw now.
Yeah,
so
obviously, yeah.
That's a good weapon to have.
Yeah.
So the Badgers pick up the first down on the penalty. They get it to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. And Boren in the backfield, along with Spencer Lambert, I believe, with Donovan Smith at quarterback. Wide out right, wide out left. Smith, play action. And that is blown dead, and it'll be illegal procedure. So the Badgers will be pushed back 5 yards. A lot of penalties on these last 2 possessions. The Eagles picked up 2 first downs on penalties. The Badgers have now picked up a first down on a pass interference call, and now an illegal procedure pushes it back 5 yards.
I don't know if Zach Erickson, I know in years past he's come up here in the postgame show and talked to you for a minute, just a short little interview. If he does, I think you should ask him about the penalties.
Yes, I will do that for you.
Don't tell him it's for me.
Handoff straight ahead, a gain of 4 yards. Was that Boren?
Oh, we got some Academy Award acting going there. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, Snow TV, a little bit of a touch after the play, and the defensive lineman for the Eagles takes a flop. Luckily, no flag comes out.
Amir Magruder, the wide out to the near side of the field. Handoff goes to Boren. Boren picks his way, has the first down. He's inside the 15 or inside the 25, near the 22-yard line. And that is just power running by Boren.
Yeah, picks his way was a good way to call that, Gary, the way you said that, because he had kind of had to be patient, went to the left, saw that hole open up, and it was a big hole that ended up opening up, and did a good job to plant that left foot and get a bunch of yards after.
Nate Weifinkel comes out for the Badgers off that offensive line. Hand off to Lambert. Lambert tries the right side. Lambert is dragged down near the 15-yard line. I think it's Lambert. Yep. That's going to be a gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Ball at the 16. The Badgers quickly to the line of scrimmage. Samson Peaua in there at tight end. He'll be on that left side of the formation. So Wood not out there right now. Play action. Smith into the end zone, picked off at the goal line. Out to the 10, the 15, out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Interception that time by Maximus Fonoti Makui.
Called his name a couple of times. He's that kid that he had a pass breakup in this end zone down here.
Yeah.
And I said he's a quarterback. He's listed as a quarterback on here, but he's out there playing. Good way to kind of play a little bit of center field on defense and just sit back there, wait for that pass. Donovan Smith's pass a little bit just kind of floated there, and he stepped in front and gave the ball back to the Eagles. Good play by him.
I think that's one Donovan would like back. He just couldn't step into that one.
Yeah.
Probably not wise to let that one go, especially over the middle of the field that time.
Yeah.
First interception thrown by Donovan Smith here in this game against St. George Eagles. Thorson flushed out of the pocket again. Wants to run to the right, throws back across his body. Nice catch, still on his feet, breaking a tackle. This could go all the way. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, and making the tackle from behind all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nice pass catch that time by Isaiah Moten.
Yeah.
And
Emery
a flag
Thorson
on the play.
Oh, flag comes in late. We'll have to check what that is. But Emery Thorson, again, just made that happen just with his legs. Gets out of the pocket, throws it back to the middle of the field. Usually you don't want to see a quarterback do that, but just puts it right on Moten where he needed to, and Moten has some wheels and gets it all the way down the field. We'll see what this flag is for, though.
Personal foul, helmet to helmet.
How many times?
That has got to be the 4th one.
It's at least 4, maybe 5.
Yeah. And that's
these are
on the
blocks.
offense.
Yeah, these are blocking. This isn't when you're going to make a hit. You see that a lot, targeting type calls. But that's not what this is.
So a big first down. And again, Thorson just buying time. And you mentioned that perfect. I mean, rolls to the right and throws back across his body. But, man, he hit the man right on the numbers. And that was Isaiah Moten on the reception. Trips wide right. Thorson drops the ball, picks it up, runs right up the middle, and picks up about 4 or 5 yards. So it could be disaster, and he makes 5 yards out of it.
Something happen. I know. I almost started laughing when you said that. I mean, he drops the ball and a broken play, and he gets 5 yards on first down.
So this drive started at the 25-yard line for the Eagles of St. George, and they're in Badger territory. Thorson looks like he might be changing the play here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Thorson throws the bubble screen out there, and a great defensive effort.
Yeah, that's tough against the athletes that Snow College has. Elijah Wilson with the stop there outside, just able to step up. You have a blocker out there. You try and throw that screen to the wide receiver so that the blocker can get set up, block one guy, and then you should have enough room to get enough for a first down there. But Elijah Wilson just shed that block and made a play.
So a loss of 5 back to the original line of scrimmage. That looked like a lot of movement. They don't blow it dead, though. And a quick pass by Thorson is going to pick up about 6 yards. Now, are you in 4-down territory? You got to go for it
yeah,
here.
35-3, sure, yeah. And that was that Moten again that caught that one that had the big play down the left sideline here a few plays ago.
Thorson comes to the near side, talks to his 3 wideouts that are here. Badgers show blitz, and they come. But
yeah, they do.
The ball was not snapped, so are they going to call this unimpeded to the quarterback?
That was Elijah Wilson again. He just had a whole full head of steam. He thought he had it timed perfectly, and
well, he's pointing.
Either that or somebody jumped.
Yeah, somebody might have moved. We'll wait and see what the call is. Two officials are talking it over here. Thanks for saving me again.
Yeah, they've done a lot of this talking, the officials. They'll come and try to get it right, and they're going to call offsides against the Badgers. Going to give a nine. Is it going to be enough for a first down?
I think this one is.
Yeah, really close. Ooh.
No, they're signaling it's not quite enough.
Yeah, just short.
The stick crew wants to go ahead and move, but
yeah.
They're saying 4th and inches here.
Is it still the Institute guys over there?
Yeah.
All right.
And he still wants to move.
Oh,
now
yeah,
they're saying it is.
It is, okay.
Wow, the official right over there with his foot on the line said 4th down. Thorson back to pass. Scrambles to the left, throws towards the end zone, incomplete. Good pressure by Snow College that time. Putting most of the pressure was Romeo Tuimalu.
It's hard when you have a moving pocket like that when the receivers are just trying to run around and get open out there. But I think if number 0 there, Kamikana Tisalona Perez, if he would have came back to the ball, which is what Emery Thorson thought he was going to do, that would have been right in that little pocket where there were no Badgers. But he kind of kept going towards that corner of the end zone and just about 10 yards behind the ball.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line. Thorson up to the line. Now he talks to his running back behind him. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Eagles of St. George. We'll take a timeout as well. This is a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
You're watching the Snow College football action on Snow Badger TV. And you're listening to Snow College Badger football on KMTI AM 650. I'm Gary Chedester. With me is Greg Sterner. And the Snow College Badgers trying to keep the Eagles out of the end zone here with 1:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Badgers lead at 35-3 as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. 2nd down and 10 from the 26. Thorson has been the player of the game for St. George. He lost this one to the corner of the end zone, and it's picked off, but does he stay in bounds? No, I think they say he was out.
Oh, they're saying he got it.
Oh, they do. At the 3-yard line, an interception. Who came up with that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this number as he's running off here.
Is it number 30?
I think it's 30, yeah. Alex Clark, is that what we're...
I think so.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they put
Alex
up on the
Clark.
board. So, yeah, and he was falling backwards. That was a tough catch.
That was a great catch.
Must have just got that 1 foot in as he was falling out of bounds. Gives the Badgers the ball back inside their own 5-yard line. So, a lot of yards to go to get down to the end zone. But
well, if you're padding stats, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Donovan Smith comes out, and he's got Spencer Lambert in the backfield with him. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right for the Badgers. Donovan trying to make up for that last possession when he threw the interception. And he's got a man deep over the middle. And it's just off the fingertips. That would have been a 97-yard touchdown play. But DJ Overstreet just could not hold on to it, just off his fingertips.
Boy.
And St. George was just, somebody blew coverage.
Yeah. DJ Overstreet ran right past him, just ran right up the numbers there. He would have walked into the end zone there. He was 20 yards away from the nearest Eagle.
But just off the fingertips. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 3. Donovan with Lambert in the backfield. Donovan back to pass from his own end zone. Goes deep over the middle again. This one way over the head of everybody. Same play, but this time St. George really realized what was happening.
St. George had 3 defenders hugging DJ Overstreet as he was running down the numbers there. DJ Overstreet, he's a freshman, 5'10", 160, out of Mater Dei Catholic High School in San Diego. Not the #1 ranked team, high school team. That's Mater Dei. That's a little bit north of there. Mater Dei Catholic is in San Diego, though.
3rd down for the Badgers, deep in their own territory. Got to be thinking get the first down here.
And they do.
And they do. Pass is caught and out of bounds near the 15-yard line. That's enough for the first down. So now do you take 2 more shots deep downfield?
Sure, yeah.
Pick up the first down on 3rd, throw 2 deep.
Yeah, Tyreek Carter with the catch on that one for the Badgers.
We've called his name a couple of times.
Yeah.
Clock continues to run. 35 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left. Donovan back to pass from shotgun. Got the man out of the backfield. That's a lot of room to run for Lambert. Lambert lowers the shoulder. He's got the first down out over the 30-yard line.
Good job by the Eagle defender to take that hit. Jordan Cannon, number 20. Lambert delivered some punishment there as he was running, and he had a full head of steam.
Will the Badgers be able to get this play off as the 3rd quarter comes to an end? We're down to 6 seconds. And I think they will. 3, 2, yes they do. Play action, Smith goes deep and again overthrows his intended receiver that time, Spencer Lambert. No.
Shannon King.
But that ends the 3rd quarter of play with the Snow College Badgers leading at 35-3 over the St. George Eagles. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout, a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter after this.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Welcome back to Snow College. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. 2nd and 10 for the Badgers as we start the 4th quarter. Badgers fake the jet sweep. And is this going to be
Barker?
Is it Barker, Max Barker, or is it? Yep, you're right. Max Barker in at quarterback. Flag is going to be thrown right at the line of scrimmage. That's usually where you see a holding.
In the vicinity of holding. You talked about how long do you leave your starters in, and at least Donovan Smith has come out. Max Barker getting some time at quarterback. Max is a freshman, 6 foot, 190 out of Bountiful. And I'm thinking, Gary, that we have his family right below us, because when he started going in, I heard a lot of cheering and a lot of yelling Maximus. So
Maximus.
So I'm thinking,
all right.
I'm thinking his family's right below us here.
Well, Maximus started as the 3rd string quarterback at the beginning of the season, and he's moved up to that number 2 spot. Maximus. I like that.
Yeah.
2nd down and 20 for Snow. Barker, quick pass out in the flats and immediately hit. Nice defensive play out there for the St. George Eagles. A gain of, what, 3?
Yeah, but you're putting your receiver out to dry right there. Oh, baby. And I think, was that Overstreet? Yeah, DJ Overstreet with the catch.
Okay.
DJ, you won't take a hit like that if you can catch the first one that would have went for 6.
And I think he's coming off.
Yeah, he just went down to the ground. They're going to have to
stop that.
Yeah, that's too bad.
He's just holding that right arm. So with the injury, we'll take a timeout here. We're just starting in the fourth quarter. Snow College leads at 35-3. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Welcome back on 3rd and 15. The pass was intended for Samson Pea'ua and incomplete.
Yeah, DJ, I got to hand it to DJ Overstreet. He came out of the game there, and I kind of joked about catching that long pass, but he held on to that one when he took that shot. So, you got to hand it to the kid. He took a big shot out there. We hope he's doing okay.
Now they wave off the flag, and it'll be 4th down for the Badgers. And the Badgers will be punting it away, I'm assuming, here. And Kiesler will come on the field. The Badgers will punt. Their first punt here of the second half. Their first possession, they turned it over on downs, a touchdown, and then an interception, and now a punt when they started at their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, not really the second half that you would have wanted if you're a Badger fan. Only 7 points there in the third quarter. Kind of would like to have seen him put a few more on the board.
A low kick, and it takes a little bit of a Badger bounce. It's going to come to rest at the 33-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will take over. Really kind of a strange second half, in my opinion here. The Badgers haven't really been able to move the ball all that well. They did take that second possession from their own 18-yard line, end up getting it into the end zone. But the turnover on downs when they started at the Eagle 46-yard line, then they threw the interception in the end zone, and now a punt. And you want to see that second team step up and really make something happen.
Yeah, and that hasn't happened yet. They'll have some more possessions. They'll have chances to do it here.
Yeah, I think they'll have at least 2 more possessions. Yeah. New quarterback in there. Under pressure, throwing downfield, and nice catch. New quarterback is Sam Orton. Is that kid from Kanab?
There's a lot of Ortons. There's a lot of Ortons in Kanab.
I knew it. If you saw Sam Orton, he had to be from Kanab.
Yeah.
Big pass play by Orton.
Yeah, and great job to step up and just about get hit and just stepped up. Had a lot of power on that throw. Not able to step into it like he would have want to, but nice pass down the field.
Orton, a big tall kid.
Yeah.
Back to pass again. Looks to the left. Throws. Got a man downfield. Throws it too far out of bounds. Incomplete. The safety was coming over. Good job by the safety not to hit the receiver that time.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell he wanted to.
Yeah. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's take a look. Badgers getting close to 100 yards rushing. 22 carries, 96 yards, averaging 4.4 yards per carry. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to passes Orton, and pass is caught.
One-handed.
Yeah. That's going to be a gain of 8 or 9.
Caden Metz-Terrell with the catch on that. Just that one-handed, Orton just kind of tossed it up to him outside, and he went up and got it with one hand, ran a couple of yards. Not quite a first down, but still a nice play.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Orton steps back in shotgun. He's got a running back to his left. Looks to the right. Rolls out to the right. Throws downfield. Incomplete. Badgers trying to get a hand on it, but it was just a little too tall for the intended receiver that time.
Still another good throw. Put it right where he needed to for his receiver to be the only guy that could make a play on it. Just wasn't able to, but a good, powerful throw, though, from Orton.
intended for Moten, who came out of the slot on this near side. Goy Mayak is the wide receiver to the right. Orton on 4th and short. Long snap count, trying to draw the Badgers off sides. The Badgers don't go for it here. Play clock is down to 1, and now a timeout is going to be taken at the last second by the St. George Eagles. We'll take the timeout as well. This is a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Checking the Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Snow College Badgers 35, the Eagles 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments. On time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Welcome back to Badger Stadium. Actually, it's Terry Foote Stadium, Robert L. Stoddard Field. And 4th and 1. And it looks like the St. George Eagles going with heavy. They brought in a big tight end on that left side, Aiden Jarvis Torres, on 4th and 1.
Looks like back with Emery Thorson at quarterback.
Well, he
Probably
is
just to run it.
Yep. And there is nothing there, but they haven't brought him down yet either.
Wow.
Wow, the Badgers knew. I think they knew as soon as you brought in Thorson, he's going to be the running man. And the Badgers just collapsed that right side of the St. George Eagles.
Trying to see, is that number 35 out there, Cameron Mamales?
Well, they're giving credit to Longi.
Yeah, Solomon Longi, defensive lineman out of Timpview High School. We talked about a lot of good high school football at Bingham and different places. We had Skyridge earlier. Timpview's another one of those. Recruiting hotbed for the Badgers.
Badgers take over at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Speaking of Timpview Badgers, we had Targi Lamson, former running back for the Badgers, get a touchdown today against BYU for Southern Utah.
Handoff. Badgers start to the left, come back to the right, pick up maybe 3. A lot of substitutions out there right now for Snow College.
Yeah, good. Yeah, this is when you want to be able to get some time if you're a kid. Maybe you're a true freshman that doesn't get a ton of time when Badgers are playing New Mexico or Iowa Western. But in this game, you want to come and show your stuff. Got a slot receiver kind of uncovered out here. Unless this outside linebacker right here that's closest to our camera right here maybe steps back into that passing lane, you could just pitch it right out to him quick. That's what they do.
Baxter. Got a man in the slot. Breaking to the outside is Solo Piutau. And he is one of my students as well. So I'll have to talk to Solo on Monday.
Yeah. Talked about good high school at Timpview. Talked about good high school at Beamer. How about Corner Canyon?
There you go.
Nationally ranked in the top 20.
Wow.
Solo's from Corner Canyon.
That's another Snow College. Quick slant. Oh, boy, that was...
So that was exactly what I was talking about the last play. That's just Max Barker recognizing that there's a big gap in coverage on that slot receiver. The slot receiver didn't recognize it and ran a route instead of just turning around and sitting it in that soft coverage.
Tyreek Carter is that slot man, and I would love to see him get the ball. I have a feeling he is very elusive in the open field.
Yeah, and here we go, right here. You called it, Gary.
Nope. Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't sure that Barker might not have handed it off. But there goes Tyreek, and Tyreek is into territory of St. George. Badger lineman loses his helmet. The official steps in and separates.
Yeah, big 6'7", 275. Another kid from Corner Canyon, Isaac Hawkins, number 59 for the Badgers. He was ready to rumble.
He was.
He did not like whatever happened there.
And the St. George player did get away, but then he talked smack as he got off the sidelines.
Yeah. And Zach Erickson's defending Isaac out here because Isaac's saying, well, how did my helmet end up off? Oh, and they threw a flag.
Offside or a holding call against the Badgers.
Or are they calling a 15-yard, is it
I thought he called holding. Yeah, I thought they called holding.
Yep.
Zach Erickson is furious. He's going to call his players over to the sideline, so I think they're going to be charged with the timeout here.
I think what it was, before if we're taking it here, I think why Zach Erickson's so mad is because I think they called it against that number 59, Isaac Hawkins, back in the backfield, and he's saying, look, I ended up without a helmet. How am I holding if I'm ending up without a helmet? And Coach Erickson agrees with him.
And he's definitely letting the officials know how he feels about it. 10:45. We've still got a long time to play here in the fourth quarter, and it is definitely starting to get a little bit chippy.
You're keeping it here, right?
Yep, we're going to keep it here.
What I was going to say, you called it right before that play. You said you wanted Tyreek Carter to be able to get the ball. They run a jet sweep for him, and look at what he did, man. He made some nice moves outside. This holding that was called was clear outside of the play. That had nothing to do with how Carter got to the edge there, but you can tell he's got some wheels and elusiveness, like you said.
Yeah, I'd like, and you've called it too. They just don't have anybody covering him up. Now they're bringing a safety over to be a little bit closer to that, but that's going to open up the other side.
Yeah.
Back to passes Barker. Barker throws, got a man out there, pass is caught. Out of bounds after a gain of about 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
And that was DJ Overstreet that caught that one. He's the one that took that big shot, so I wanted to make sure and get his name out there, but there is flags on the field again. You mentioned that there was 10:45 left, and we had a lot of time left. We'll have a lot more time if we get this many flags. This feels like,
it's going to be
a timeout.
Yeah. Face masking call against St. George, so that's going to be a first down now. So the Badgers start at their own 25-yard line. They pick up a first down, and then a holding call, and now a face mask call, and the Badgers are back into St. George territory at the 40-yard line. And I really think DJ Overstreet is another one a lot like Carter, just very quick. I love to see them get the ball in the open field. Barker going to go downfield. Got a man open. Where's the flag?
It's coming.
Yeah.
He's throwing it.
He took a long time to decide on that, but that was obvious that they just reached out and grabbed the receiver.
So we're number 80 out there. That's Solo Piutau. Out on the reception out there.
I hope he's going to study for his test this coming week. Tui Pon and Solo Piutau, both in my intro to mass media class. And Solo was the intended receiver that time, but pass interference, going to be another first down. Badgers at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Max Barker, the quarterback. Barker hands it off. Big hole to the 25, still on his feet. Is that Lambert?
Yeah.
And Lambert is going to pick up good yardage down near the 15-yard line. Spencer Lambert returning the punts for the Badgers, now getting some time in the backfield again.
They're going quick here. I'm so impressed with how fast that kid is and how quickly he gets to top speed.
Lambert, right side, and he's not afraid to lower the shoulder and run into somebody.
Yeah, and when you're going that fast, you're going to deliver some punishment when you do that.
That's another first down. Lambert back-to-back carries for first downs. Give it to him again.
Reward the kid.
Reward the kid. I agree. High snap, Barker bobbles it and just covers it up. That's going to be a loss all the way back to the 10, so a loss of 5.
And I think they were going to hand that off to Lambert there, coming to the left side. But just a high snap. Snow's had pretty good snaps, really, these last 2 weeks that I've been calling the games with you. So good job. When you're going out of shotgun, really, the only time you talk about the center is when they mess up. But you got to give them a shout out when they're, a couple of games worth of good snaps.
So Lambert in the backfield. Clock continues to run. We're under 9 minutes to go here. Barker runs the option, keeps it himself, tries to get to the outside, spins. Inside the 10, it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from inside the 10. Let's take a look at some of the rushers here because we mentioned that. Tillman, 9 carries, 66, net 60 yards. As soon as I say that, then my computer goes to sleep. Boren, 5 carries, for 36 yards. Lambert 4 carries for 10 yards. And the Badgers run it. And Lambert's going to lose a lot of yards.
That's a great tackle by that Eagle defender right there, number 4. What do we got? Chance and Nicodemus Garcia, kid out of Crimson Cliffs High School. Great play. Spencer Lambert, we've talked about how quick he is, and they're able to just get low, get him behind the line of scrimmage, and drop him for a big loss. Going to bring out 4th down for the Badgers.
And they're going to try a field goal here. This is going to be a 32-yard field goal attempt for the Badgers. Doing the kicking duties is Casey Kiesler from the near hash. Snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up, and the kick has got the distance. And the kick is good. The Badgers have found a kicking game. And a 32-yard field goal is good. We'll be back with the kickoff after this 30-second timeout.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets.
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
Welcome back. The Badgers get a 32-yard field goal by Casey Kiesler and now lead it by 38-3 as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Badgers with their first score here in the fourth quarter at the 7:34 mark. We went a whole quarter without scoring. Kickoff is bobbled. Now it's picked up. St. George breaks some tackles. Still on his feet and almost gets to the 20-yard line. Nice return that time. I mean, a great effort to be able to just get back there after he dropped the ball. Is that Joshua Barasa?
Yeah, a lot of action to not even get to the 20-yard line. You know what I mean? A lot of coming back and making people miss and to get out to the 19-yard line.
So the Eagles will start at their own 19-yard line with 7:24 remaining. Again, we got to be thinking about the Sanpete Steel Man of the game. Sanpete Steel Man of the game is given to a player who makes a tough, gritty play that changes the momentum of the game, and I've got an idea here.
Ooh, all right.
So you don't even have to think about it.
I'll let you think about it. You'll put me on the spot in the post game. So
I'll let you think about it, and then I'll give it to who I want anyway.
You would do that? Who would do that sort of thing as a play-by-play man?
Hamilton gets the pitch. So Hamilton, the quarterback that started the game, now comes from a slot position, and they do a pitch to him. And he's able to pick up, what, maybe, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all.
About a yard. Yeah, half a yard.
Sam Orton is in at quarterback again for the Eagles.
You almost wonder if that was some sort of a double pat or a trick play where you pitch it back to the slot position and then throw it over the top, and Hamilton just tucked it. But
Badgers a lot of movement on that defensive line. They flush Orton out of the pocket. Orton, a nice throw, gets the man coming back to make the catch. Now into the middle of the field. That's going to be enough for a first down out over the 30-yard line. And another late flag comes in.
Yeah, Bailey Davenport was the one who caught that ball. And that, you mentioned it, that's a great throw by Orton, moving that direction and putting that on a dime like that. Excellent throw. A lot of power on that throw, not let the Badger defender get to it before the receiver can.
And the officials talking things over. We'll see what transpires here. It was enough for the first down. They haven't moved the sticks yet. And the officials are, now they're going to bring two more guys in on the conversation here. It started with 2, and now you got 4. If I'm the field judge, I'm like, hey, why can't I be in on this?
Can't I have an opinion?
And they're going to wave it off. No flag.
Okay.
So that's enough for the first down. 6:27 remaining. The Badger defense has played pretty darn well, holding the Eagles to just 3 points. And how many yards? 88 rushing yards, 95 passing yards. Orton, quick snap, slant, pass is going to be caught, and then taken down is Isaiah Moten once again. Not enough for the first down, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Arlington Williams out there on defense for the Badgers from a defensive line position, came clear across the field to help out on that one.
2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left for Orton at quarterback. Clock continues to run. Badgers with 4 defensive linemen. They come with pressure. Orton steps up, throws it high, almost picked off. The safety came over and made a dive for it, but unable to come up with it.
That would have been a highlight reel type of catch if he was able to get that one, but good job to make a play on it. Do we have, trying to get that number, I think it was 34, and I don't have a 34. So.
I don't either. But I don't have, I grabbed my roster from last week, and it has been updated.
And it's interesting how much it changes.
Yeah.
You know, because you got a lot of kids that maybe will dress one week and they don't dress another week. And, yeah, it's interesting how much it changes. It's not like a high school roster.
Badgers showing blitz, and here they come. An all-out blitz. Orton in trouble. He did not see it coming from the weak side, and he took a punishing blow.
Yeah, Elijah Wilson. We've called his name quite a few times. Wilson even took a little bit there.
Yeah,
he delivered it, but he's coming off a little bit slowly. But it's good to see Orton get up because he took it. He didn't see that coming at all.
And it's kind of strange because he's a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah.
But he was looking to the left, so far to the left, he didn't see it.
Yeah.
Just
down another punt situation here for the Eagles.
And we've got a new man back deep to receive for Snow College. Is that Tyreek Carter or DJ Overstreet?
They both look very similar, and they have such similar numbers.
Yeah, 10 and 11, and about the same height.
Yep, that's number 10. That's Tyreek Carter, but the ball goes out of bounds. He's not able to show Gary that athleticism that he wants to see.
I do want to see it.
Yeah.
So out of bounds, and the Badgers will start 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 4:37 remaining. So if you're a Snow College Badger fan, if you're a head coach of the Snow College Badgers, nothing better right here than a 4-minute and 36-second drive culminating in a touchdown.
A touchdown, sure. Get up over 40 points. Yeah.
Well, Austin Bell is now in the backfield. You asked for him. There he is. He's to the right.
He had such a good game last week.
I don't know. Barker, low snap, picks it up. Is that Tillman?
Yeah.
Tillman, gain of 9 out to the 44. I was running down some of the rushes here. So Tillman has 60 yards, Boren 36, Lambert 10, and Wilson 3.
Lambert only has 10. Huh. And I think that's actually Lambert back there next to Max Barker to his right. I think it's 28. I don't think it's 22, so.
No, I think Bell's on the other side.
Yeah, right here. I think you got Tillman and Lambert.
Oh, Tillman is on that far side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2nd down and 2. Handoff to Lambert. And Lambert is going to pick up the 1st down out to about the 48-yard line. Again, clock will continue to run here. 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining.
That's that new rule in college football. Clock doesn't stop on a 1st down until you're under 2 minutes in the first half or the second half. It used to be on a 1st down in college football that the clock would stop until the chains get set, but that has changed.
Hudson Miller checks in at tight end on the far side of the field. And the Badgers go with 2 wideouts, 1 left, 1 right. Actually go with 2 tight ends, 1 on the left and 1 on the right. Is that Pea'ua on the near side?
Yeah.
Handoff goes to Lambert. And Lambert's got the 1st down, goes out of bounds. And that's going to be enough for the 1st down. So the Badgers have picked up 2 first downs here. Clock continues to run. So Bell, yeah, still isn't it? I missed that. I thought it was Bell on that one play, but I think you're right. It was Lambert. And how many yards did Bell have last week? You mentioned it.
Yeah, in the 80s. It was 83 or so. Yeah.
So Lambert and Tillman in the backfield on either side of Barker.
He had 76. I looked it up since you put me on the spot.
Handoff, and Tillman is going to pick up yardage down to the 20. Or Lambert, excuse me. Spencer Lambert on the carry. Lambert's filled in pretty well.
Yeah.
He's had a good game.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the final stats that he has. You said he had just 10, and I don't know if those stats were a little backed up. I think those might have been a little bit backed up. And now on this drive, he's definitely picked up quite a bit more as well.
1:45 remaining. Clock continues to roll. 15 seconds on the play clock. Barker getting some good minutes here.
Yeah, the whole fourth quarter.
Yep. Pea'ua, tight end on the left side of the formation. Barker hands it off. Tillman breaks it to the outside. Nice stutter step. Gets inside the 10. That should be enough for a first down.
So you're to the point now where you can do the Gary Chittister and try and punch it in with a second or so left, or you could kneel on it. So what do you think? What do you think? Looks like they're calling plays.
You know what? I think you kneel on it, but I am not going to be surprised if the Badgers try to put some more points on the board. They're playing the game of trying to move up in the polls.
Rankings.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's all about rankings. You got to be number 1, 2, 3, or 4 to be able to be in that title hunt.
And 40 plus looks better than 38.
Yes. And they do continue to run the ball, but getting into the end zone is going to be Tillman.
Yep, A.J. Tillman.
So Tillman from what, about 9 yards?
Yep.
Now, they didn't pass the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. I mean, if you're throwing bombs when you're leading with 40 seconds left, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But you're trying to run the clock out.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm good with it. With 41.8 seconds remaining, Badgers get it in the end zone on a 9-yard run. Kiesler's extra point is up, and Kiesler's extra point is good. Snow College Badgers lead it 45-3. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
In the days of the Mountain Men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in St. Pete County. They are Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back as the Snow College Badgers will kick it off here with 41.8 seconds remaining. The Badgers with the 45-3 lead, so they hold the St. George Eagles out of the end zone. They do give up that, 40-yard field goal by A.J. McCarroll. And this kick is going to be very high. It's going to be fielded at the 5, and again he kneels down. But they don't call it this time. They run a little bit of a reverse, and now they do say, yeah. And this one I thought definitely had a knee down.
Yeah, that's
the other one I wasn't so sure about, but this one I think he did.
Yeah, special teams coach for the Eagles definitely needs to talk to his guys that are catching those because, boy, and they play, St. George plays Ogden, that Ogden Jets teams, I think twice this year.
They do twice, yeah.
I think I saw that they go play that Community Christian or whatever it is out in California. I think they play them 3 times. They had it on the schedule. 3
I think you're right, yeah.
So those type of games where you're trying to win, man, if you do that in a game like that, you wouldn't be returning kicks anymore for me if I was the coach.
42 seconds remaining.
And there's no reason for him to do that. It's just kind of a natural motion that returner is doing to put that knee down.
And we have another new quarterback into the ball game for Oh, yeah. I don't know if you heard, somebody in the booth was just yelling because the running back came around this right end and he just got nailed right at the line of scrimmage.
That new quarterback's Gavin Brown, 5'9", 160 out of Virgin Valley High School.
Wow.
Our friend running the clock here, Nate Johnson, is from that high school.
And a handoff again. We ought to mention that local boy, Yori Ludvigsen, is coaching on this St. George Eagle team.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised that he didn't bring us up some barbecue.
Heck yeah.
He's got Big Lud's
barbecue.
Yeah.
You bet. Yeah, he's been a coach in Manti, coach at North Sanpete, coach at Gunnison. Yeah.
I was hoping for some brisket, so I think I'm going to, I might say something.
Give him a hard time.
Yeah. So the Badgers come up with the big win, 45-3. They never trailed in this game. The Badgers led it 7-0, 14-0, 21-0. They gave up that 40-yard field goal to make it 21-3. And then the Badgers score again right before the end of the half to make it 28-3, 35-3 in the third quarter. And then they put up a field goal in the fourth quarter and add one more touchdown to make it 45-3. The Badgers do have a bye week this next week. Then they go on the road to Dodge, Kansas, and then back on the road right after that to Georgia Military, Milledgeville, Georgia. So a couple of big road games coming up for the Badgers, Greg.
Yeah, and this is a lot of their ranking at the end of the season. If Snow College is going to make that 4-team playoff that's in the NJCAA now, starts against Dodge.
Yeah.
It's Dodge, Georgia Military, and then that October schedule all at home. That's going to be a fun one. 4 really good, tough games in October.
Yep, and we look forward to having those. Thanks for joining us tonight. We do need to come up with some players of the game. We need to have the Sanpete Steel Steelman of the game and the Little Caesars player of the game. Greg, your thoughts on this?
I didn't give it enough thought.
Do you want a timeout?
With you? No.
I'll take a timeout if you want to think about it.
No, we've had enough timeouts. Nobody wants media timeouts. Are you kidding me, Gary? Are we on? Well, okay. I was really. I think the player of the game, I would probably go with Amir Magruder with 2 touchdown catches, 34-yard touchdown catch in the second quarter, and then a 35-yarder in the third quarter. I thought Amir Magruder had a really good game. He would be my player of the game.
All right, and I agree. I think he had a great game. I thought Donovan played really well. He did have that one interception, but for the most part, he was on target. He finished with, well, I don't have his. Well, there it is. Donovan Smith finished with 16 out of 29, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the long was 42 yards. So pretty good. But I agree with you. Amir Magruder with, he only had 3 catches. But 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive. All right. Yeah. I'm going to go with that player of the game, Amir Magruder. So the Steelman of the game. What are you thinking?
Can we give it to a St. George kid? No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But Emery Thorson would be in the running. If St. George had a broadcast like Snow College does, like we're doing right now, he would definitely be in the running for that because he was a steel man today for sure. But
no-brainer in my opinion.
Yeah, but for the Badgers, I don't know. You had Tuitama with some big hits.
Yep.
Tackles for loss. Number 44 there, Wilson. Elijah Wilson had some big hits. Had a good game. Trying to look at some of these. Who had interception for Esplin? Brooke Esplin had an interception. I don't know. Those are just a few.
Okay.
Those were all on the defensive side. Doesn't have to be defensive.
I'm going to throw out a special teams play. I wish I knew who got the block on the punt.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would go with the Steelman for the block on the punt. As it is, I'm suggesting Shandon King, who picked it up and returned it. That was kind of a turning point. The Badgers had struggled a little bit on a couple of possessions, and they end up getting that touchdown on special teams.
That's great. Shandon King, you bet.
All right, Shandon King is going to be our Steelman of the game. Thanks to Sanpete Steel, done right and on time. Our Little Caesars player of the game is Amir Magruder with just 3 catches, but 2 touchdowns and 111 yards. Yeah. So he's making the most of those 3 catches. He averaged 37 yards per catch. 42 was the long.
A great game for him and Donovan Smith. You got to be, if you're going to catch the ball, it's got to be put on the numbers, and Donovan Smith did that today. Over 50% completion percentage, as you mentioned, 300 some odd yards. He was a great offensive player today.
All right. So you and I will be back together in, 4 weeks?
About a month, yeah.
Yeah, seems like it's going to be a long time before the Badgers are back here. So the Badgers have a bye week, and then in 2 weeks we're in Dodge. In 3 weeks we're in Milledgeville, Georgia against Georgia Military. We'll have those games for you on KMTI AM 650. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for our new Snow TV crew. Caitlin running the TriCaster, doing a good job. We had Patrick and Isabel on camera. We appreciate all the students do here at Snow College to be able to make this broadcast possible. Thanks for joining us. For Greg Sterner, I'm Gary Chedister. Have a great weekend, everyone.
You've been listening to live Snow College Badger sports action on KMTI, the sports leader in South Central Utah. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for Snow College Badger sports on KMTI.